what is this? What the fuck is this shit on my dashboard? Hold on. What is this? Subscribe to earn drops. Get reward. What the fuck is this? Hold on, man. Get rewards. Man, what the fuck is this on my screen, bro?
PLS unban Loco Big Bro.
What? Who banned him? Wait, what's his full, give me the full name. What's the fucking full username? Well, I don't know what this is on my screen. It's for Crunchyroll. What the hell is that? Is that that's the anime thing, though? Well, I don't know what this shit is, but I don't know what the fuck this is. They got drops or some shit for that. Why do you get drops for that? I don't even know. Hold on. What is it? Is that it? Okay, hold on. Well, someone did it already. Oh no. How do I see that? When did you get banned? Wait, can I see that or no? How do I see it? I think I can see that somewhere. Hold on. Activity? No, not activity. Where do I'm pretty sure I can check, but I don't know where. Yeah, it was probably watched because I don't think anyone else would even bother. So if I just had to guess, I don't think anyone else would even bother. So wait, where do I click? Bans? Bans. Oh, do I have to click on his name? Let me see. Oh, mod actions. Yeah, it was on 5/23. Wait, was that today? That's today. He banned you today at 15:35. Wait, what? That's like 3 p.m. I don't know. When he come in here, ask him. I don't know why he did that. I wasn't even live or nothing. Nobody was even in here. He just came in here and banned you for no reason at 3 p.m. I don't know. That guy's insane. I don't know. I'm not sure why he did that. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'll just mod you in here, so I don't know. When he come in here later, we can ask him why he did that. I don't know. Why were you on his mind at 3 p.m.? Were you talking to him or something? Why are you on his mind in the middle of the day randomly? For him to come in here and do that. I don't know. I have no idea, man. Alright, hold on, man. Let's see. Hold on, I gotta get my link. Hold on. What's good with this fucking streamer university shit, man? I might have to tune in and see what this is all about, man. Is it just for like little kids or what? I think I'm too old to be tuning in, bro. Hold on. Post this. I don't really is it like a 24/7 streams? Just they never end them? Oh, let me tweet this out. Hello. Post that. Because I opened Twitch and they were all on my homepage. They're still live. I think it's like 24/7. I'm about to let me just look at this shit. See what the hell's going on here. I'm just confused, honestly, on what's even going on. Look, they're all on this shit. Yeah, I seen it. It was all over my. Look, there's a whole. So what? It's just a 24/7. They're just all these random people are live. Who the fuck even are half of these people? Wait, how do I sort this? Can I sort this or what? What is it? Like, why are so many people watching this? Oh, it's a girls' sleepover. They're playing Twister. Oh, wait, hold on. Girls' sleepover playing Twister. Oh, I see why everyone's watching. Oh, okay. I see.
Follow me, sis. Thank y'all.
Okay, wait, hold on. Let me go back, though. Anyways, hold on. I'm just trying to understand what the hell is going on. It's just all random ass. How many people are in this? It's like 100 people in this shit. I don't even know who half these people are. I'm just trying to understand what the fuck is going on. Do they actually have like a class? Or what? I'm actually confused. Dude, who the fuck are all these people, man? They actually have classes? Or like, what the hell is going on? Can I see an example of them in their classes? Who does a class? I'll go to the VOD. I'm just trying to understand what the fuck is going on here, honestly. I don't even think half these people are. I think some people are just changing their category to this shit. These people ain't even there. I'm seeing Fortnite gameplay. What the fuck is this? Agent did a class? What does he teach? Wait, he's right here. Wait, he's not. Is he live? Just seen him. What does he teach? Finance? Man, what the fuck am I here? Did he stream today? Oh, he's live right now. Let me go to his VOD. What the hell?
Did someone scratch you?
Man, what? What the? Yo. Hello? Okay, oh, teaching pocket watching 101 is insane.
Let's fucking do it, man. Let's walk.
Let me listen to this class. I'm just trying to understand.
Do you have an Ethernet cable or is it an Ethernet port right
Hey, they gotta get better internet at this university, man. They're at fucking Kroger, man. What the hell?
Is it on here?
When does the class start? Oh, this is the class. Okay, hold on. Let me see. Do they actually do it like seriously?
I couldn't way.
Let me see. Or is this just all a troll?
Yes, this exactly. To see this screen right here.
Presented by Weeble is insane.
Oh, y'all camera. How do you expect to see this? You're right. Yeah. You're serious about learning, right?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I want to hear.
I'm ready to learn.
Cause you're not bullshitting, right?
No, I'm not bullshitting, Agent. I'm not bullshitting.
I'm about to say.
I have a serious question.
Leprechaun that pay for everybody tuition, bro.
Yeah, no.
You do
Like, I'm not trolling. How many white people are here? Are there? There's one right there. That's the first one I seen. Is that the only white guy?
So Kai's my only hope.
Okay, well, hey, we
Like 3?
Just tee up, man.
Okay.
I just sent you the example.
Oh, maybe that. No, that's not. I don't know what that is.
All right, hold on, chat. Hold
Okay.
on, chat.
I just want to. Wait, what other classes are there?
Pocket watching 101, man. Let's clap it up.
All right, let me see if this is a good class.
All right. Now, I wasn't prepared because there was one room that was hot as shit and had no connection. Y'all niggas prepared?
Wait, where are they? Wait. Are they at like a they're in an actual like school, obviously, right? Where are they? Akron? Wait, don't they have like their own? I guess it's summer, but they have some like summer classes, no? They don't have their own like students that need to be like using all this shit.
Okay, cool. We got one for you then. Okay, we got. There wasn't one in your room. You're supposed to come with one. Okay.
Agent, what do we do if we lefty?
Oh shit.
Oh, it's only on the weekends?
I never thought
I guess
about
that makes sense.
I don't know, man. You're gonna have to learn how to write what you write. Yeah.
How long is this supposed to be lasting? Like a whole month or some shit? Like a whole semester? Or like how long is this
You
lasting?
have the shit? Yo, you got the stuff? The prints? I'm gonna have you hand out in a sec.
Oh, is it just this weekend? That's it?
Welcome to Pocket Watching 101.
Oh, I thought it was longer than that.
Pockets, man. It's pretty simple. By the end of this class, you should be able to look at the person beside
Oh, it's
you
just like a
and
little
have
thing.
An exact
Oh.
estimate on how much money they make as a content creator. It's not hard. All the information is
Are they living here?
You just
Like
need
on
the
campus?
framework. So we're gonna do some exercises to help you guys get right so that everybody can become a professional pocket watcher. Okay?
Okay, it's like a real, like,
We
okay.
got a pop quiz, bitch. We're giving y'all some papers, man. We got a pop quiz. Everybody take one. If you don't have a pen or
How
pencil,
much-
come up. We're gonna give you a pen.
How much do you think it costs for him to rent this out? Dude, this gotta be expensive to rent out the whole, like, college.
We got a pop quiz. It is
Like, that's gotta be ridiculous.
Also, you have 3 minutes. Where my phone at? Oh, I gave it to Chris. Oh, you need pen.
Like,
pencil?
that's,
Yeah,
like,
grab
that's
your
like,
phone.
this is like very, like, this, like, you gotta have, like, some
Yeah, for
paperwork and shit, because the college doesn't want to be liable for these morons coming in and fucking shit
sure. Is this the
up.
light switch? I'm not sure, bro. Oh, it's right here.
Like, it's actually, like, I'm actually surprised they let him use, like, a real college.
Agent, he got it.
Okay.
Oh wait.
Yo, chat. I'm gonna be honest. Yo. Huh? Yeah, open notes. Yeah.
5 mil for the weekend?
Real nigga.
Damn.
Yeah, real nigga. Yeah, real nigga. I like that.
Well, he ain't paid that out of pocket, obviously, but
You guys have 3 minutes. You got my phone?
what's this quiz? Let me see this quiz, man.
7 seconds. So I got a problem.
Dude, how many fucking people are here, bro? There's actually, like, an absurd amount of people here.
If you don't have a pop quiz, raise your hand. Hey, you're gonna get a pop quiz. Keep them raised. You got more pop quizzes? We ran out of pop quizzes? Oh shit. Where are you going? It's cool. Wait.
Where's the quiz, man?
You're gonna grade your shit, bro.
Are they actually? Let me
You're
see
gonna
these
grade
questions.
It. Take it back, bro. You're gonna grade it. Yeah. Bro, just hold on.
Oh, they're taking it right
Sam,
now.
we'll get that answer. It's okay by the end. Excuse me. I'm gonna need y'all to be quiet while I'm talking. Otherwise, it's gonna be very difficult for me to get this lessons. It's something there, bro. So just learn. If you know, then good. It's a reminder. You feel me? So let's get into it. First thing we're gonna start with is you gotta get to the bag, man. This is a get to the bag type of class, bro. It's so get to the bag that it's the way to do it, bro. University.
It's a Weeble ad. Hey, do not use Weeble, man.
Weeble, bro. I always tell people, like,
Weeble
if
is
you're serious about your
terrible.
money, then
Okay.
I know my
Hey,
question.
just ignore
You
that.
want
This is
the
already
discovery.
off to a rough
You hear
start.
me? You want people to pull up to your shit. Under no circumstances should you ever have a pre-roll ad, but the mid-rolls that play every once in a while is acceptable as a small streamer if you absolutely need to. Otherwise, prioritize the discovery.
Weeble is
The
like,
larger
it's like
content
Robin
you
Hood.
get,
It's
I
like
feel
even
the more
worse.
acceptable it is to run the ad
I think it's like
higher. I'm gonna
Chinese or
explain to you
something.
why. I'm gonna show you graphs at some of my revenue and why I feel that way. It helps make some of your dreams and the big ideas a reality. Brand deals. There's really 3 main revenue sources as a streamer.
What
the
is
second
this?
one.
Is he
Everybody
actually
knows
doing
brand
anything
deals.
useful? Let me
If
see. This is
if you
fairly
want to
useful
continue to get
information, I
brand deals,
guess.
My key is to over deliver. At the
But
end
this
of
is
each offer,
like
someone that's we're gonna
common
stick with their
sense.
original offer if that's actually their final offer. But if you accept the final offer, you already lost the negotiations. Honestly, part of that is having good management. If you usually accept like TikTok, what's that? I mean, if the product's ass, don't sell the ass product. But otherwise, like I would, oh yeah, why not? Yo.
Sign to an agency as soon as we can for brand deals, or should we do so?
It depends. As long as you're prioritized, sometimes you can sign to an agency or a management team, and you be like, they don't.
Dude, none of these people are getting an agency, man.
But sometimes it's nice to have a management because they'll have inbound deals. So those who don't know, maybe you haven't done too many brand deals. On the bottom is a good, it's a good synopsis of like mouses, keyboards. The niggas do not pay bread, bro. Non-profits, you're a good fucking guy, so you might do it anyway. But usually they do not have good rates. Mid rates, games. Depends on the game. Sometimes if it's Amazon.
Wait, this
game,
is good
higher
info,
rate,
actually. This
EA
is
game might
correct.
be a little low rate. Virgins. I really mean someone who's never done an ad with a content creator before. They're a little unfamiliar with the space. Therefore, it might be a little bit hit or miss. And good rates is legacy brands. If you can go on Walmart, Target, and find it, if it's a brand that has like billions of dollars worth of value, chances are they have huge budgets and they may be allocating that to content creators and events. Honestly, events is crack because it's fun. 1, it's an experience. 2, it's good content to stream. 3, and they be coming in with $1 million budget. They have
Dude,
to
no one in
find
here is
here.
getting
If
an
you
event,
put a
man.
good 50, there's a way to get it 70-30. I don't know how it is because I got it a long time ago. I think the rules might have changed. Reach out to Twitch or whichever platform.
Oh, you have to have like, I think you have to have 300 subs or something.
As far as I know,
and you get 70-30.
there's no way to get above that anymore. There was back in the day, not anymore. Oh yeah, of course, bro. Anytime. Yo.
Hey, so we have negotiated for the.
You can get 70-30. You have to get, I think it's 300
So we'll get to
non-prime or
that.
some shit.
That's
I don't
gonna come
know.
later in this. Yeah. It's gonna help because you're gonna wanna, if you're pocket watching someone, you also wanna know how much money, and then a good
What
month
is
I
this?
had where I made a lot of money, just to give you an idea of what my pockets look like, so you could better watch other people's pockets. Okay? Huh? Oh wait, hold on. Where's Chris at? I don't know if this is the updated one because there was a pie chart here. Hold on, give me a sec, yo. Yeah, we have an updated one. Where's it at? Hey, give us 2 minutes. Y'all can press this.
I got the wrong fucking USB, man. There you
Since I
go.
was 12. I like to be able to do cool shit. So you don't get a chance to do that unless you start generating real revenue. In the months where I generate more revenue, I do cooler shit. In the months where it's a little bit slower, I had to slow it down. It's a business at the end of the day. You can't run out of money, otherwise you had to sell your house. What's up?
What's your preferred method of outreach when it comes to reaching out to brands?
Anytime there's a brand I like, back in the day I used to just reach out. Now I have a management company and an agency. So if there's a company I like, I dead ass DM them. I DM Cinnabon 4 days ago. I DM Popeyes last month. I did a deal with them last week. So I just reach out. If there's a person I want on my stream, I just
Dude,
reach out.
nobody in here is
I
DMing
always want the
Popeyes,
content,
man.
though. It was fantastic content.
They're gonna get
That's all that
blocked.
mattered. And there was the rest of the expenses during the month. The different segments that you do. Anytime you need to rent something, buy something, move something, transport something, flights you're booking for people, the team that you have, the payroll. It's a business, bro. So there's gonna be a lot.
This
of
is all
expenses.
good info,
Now
but
you
like
gotta
no one in
break
here
it
can
down.
use any of this.
It's a lot, bro. What up, Tello?
Was any of that a write-off?
All of it is write-off. Every business expense is write-off. This whole thing, yeah. My personal expense is not in this because that would be personal revenue split. Yeah, so there's a business, agency, and then there's me, personally. So I'm showing you guys this to also
Write-off
give you
is
confidence
hilarious,
that, like,
actually.
it's
How many
okay
people
to
in here
spend
even
money
have
on
a fucking
idea,
LLC?
Even if you think it's not gonna make money. The reason why this was such a loser for us in terms of profit was because January has notoriously bad ads. And we didn't anticipate it was gonna be that bad. If we do this in December, the weight loss marathon would have been very profitable. It was horrible. It was like 1/3 of what I would have made. Like, companies don't pay for a lot of ads in the quarter one. January, February.
Oh, these guys don't even know about
this-
January
yeah.
ads, man. Wait, hold on. He
This
posted
is
his
what
Twitch
the
dashboard. Hold
revenue
on.
looked like for January on Twitch. You could tell it's a marathon because I had 300-hour stream.
Oh, he streamed 300 fucking hours.
Yeah. Correct, yeah.
Wait, what's the hourly on that? Wait, let me do the hourly.
Marathon because I had 300-hour stream.
Let's do the hourly. Hold on. Math time. Let me get the exact hourly. Well, this was a subathon though, I think, or what? I think it's a subathon. 127, 631, 189. We'll just call it. Actually, I can do the exact 297 point. Call it 0.3. $429 an hour. Honestly, I thought it would be more. Oh, you know what? It's because it's January. That's why. That's why he showed this one, because it's January. Because it should be more, actually.
Yeah. Correct, yeah. And I still lost money. Crazy. So I made $120,000. So I really want y'all to focus in on this though. This is why I'm saying ads are really underrated. Do you see this purple section here? Those are ads.
Hey, chill on the
If I
purple
remove
section, man.
ads, my budget is eviscerated. So I'm saying it's underrated because it's the main way I get to do cool stuff. It also helps convert subscribers.
Chill on the
If you
ads,
wanna
man.
Subscribe, if there's lots of ads, but I wouldn't recommend that because the main priority for small streamers is discovery. As you grow, I would recommend it more and more. But I really truly believe it, bro. Like without ads,
Look, the ads are the most of his money. That's like how everyone's is though.
On an average day,
Unless they're not running many ads.
in January, this is a marathon, so I was live the whole day. Keep in mind, there's ads playing the entire day, $4,000, and that's a bad day because if this was done in December, that's gonna be $20,000, $25,000.
Yeah, I wonder if he's gonna show a different month because he showed the shittiest month he could show.
Are these ads
He probably make like I don't even know like
that they hit you up directly and
No, it's just
2,000 an hour
It's just Twitch ads.
in the normal month maybe. He showed the worst month he could show.
So no, in the months where you are buying more, advertisers are spending more.
Let me
Black
see.
Friday for your mom. That's even though that's the case, we absolutely crushed it. That's peak for me, by the way. That's peak.
What is this?
So-
April. Yeah, look, it was 350 or something in April. They're all so excited, dude. You're never gonna get that, man. What's wrong with these people? They're so excited.
That, I'm still gonna get like $20.
You're right. You're right. So different countries have different ads, and America pays the most. So that's true. So if you live in a country that's not America, your ad rate is most likely, not always.
Wait,
little
this
bit
guy is this
less
guy
because
international?
America's super commercialized and consumerism is.
Why do you say
rampant.
that? Oh, you might get piss
If you
ads.
can get an American audience, that helps. That helps. But also you get paid in American, right?
Yes.
And in Nigerian bucks, that.
But let me tell you something. So I have some American viewers, right? I also have the Nigerian viewers. If American viewers are paying $6 per sub, Nigerian viewers are paying $1.
Now I understand that, but I think what's possible is
What's this guy on about, man?
Nigeria, and then you.
Well, he said a sub in
You know what I'm
Nigeria is
saying?
$1.
You could probably think of artists that have done the same thing where they dominate Nigeria and now they're global. So the global opportunity is always going to be there. You just have to keep working. You'll get there.
As
bro.
well.
So this was Twitch. And
Only
this is what
$1.
YouTube looked like, and
I mean, you might get more subs, but you gonna get 30 cents. You're not gonna get no
And
money.
keep in mind, like these are just clips from the stream, bro.
Hey, hey, chill on the YouTube. Why is he posting YouTube? Relax on that. This guy's exposing too much on here,
You
man.
got to get an accountant. So we're going to get to that. I don't know because I'm not a tax accountant. Each state has different laws. So I don't want to give you bad advice. You feel me? I don't want to give you bad advice. But so let me get to it real quick. So this is, Twitch. We crushed it on Twitch. It did really, really well. And then YouTube did fantastic as well. So if we take a look, also I nailed it on brand deals. We had a lot of mega brand deals that month. And so the overall revenue was fantastic. Even though we spent $500,000, we still made money. You get what I'm saying? Say it again? Yeah, I spent $500,000. So I spent $500, but I made $800. So that's a winner for us. You want to win more than you lose, because that's how you stay in business. But if you lose, it's not.
What is
the
he
end of the world.
spending
And I
$500
really
on?
want to say, like, now you have 200.
What does he stream?
What's your next big idea? You get what I'm saying?
He don't even do
That's
nothing
what
that
one
crazy,
Like,
does he?
What's your next big idea? Like Streamer University, boom. Like you guys all, I imagine, are creatives. Like you have.
'Cause I know Kai has to
ideas
spend
in your
money.
notes, in your textbooks, in your phone. Like that's what helps make it happen. But it's not. But I also don't think you spend 100% of it on that though. That's why Webull is sponsoring this right here. Because you should also invest it. Whatever avenue you choose to do it in. It could be real estate. It could be investing in stocks. It could be in whatever you feel comfortable in. Get informed. If you need a great trading platform, Webull is your platform.
All right, let's relax with the Webull,
I would
man.
rather
Hey,
more
do not use
people
Webull.
discover me than max my shit, even though it would make way more money, because I'm already making good enough money to do some of the ideas I want. But I prefer discoverability next 10 years. Ability's always gonna give you a nice average. What I want you
Oh, wait,
to take
here,
from
this might actually
is
be
I'm
useful,
giving you
look.
a few instances
Let me
of
see.
what you can get on the lower end of
Yeah,
brand
tech
deals,
finance
higher
is
end of brand deals.
insane, man.
Lower end of ads, higher end of ads. Lower end of monthly views on YouTube, higher end of monthly views on YouTube. The reason why I'm giving a range is because if you're in tech and finance on YouTube,
Bro, finance
that's
is
peak.
absurd.
You get hella bread. You might make $15,000 from 1 million views. If you do pranks and IRLs, the chances are you're probably in the mid-range, 3,000 to 5,000. It's a huge behemoth of a difference. There's no way to just snipe it. You just have to.
Is he the only one who's teaching a serious class?
I could be getting cooked.
Because this is actually all good info. I don't think no one like gives a fuck, but this is actually all like correct and good info.
Yeah.
They're just freaking out at how much money you made and how much money you spent.
I know. I tell y'all niggas think I'm Mr. Beast, but I did that trying to put as much back into it as I can. Every once in a while, I get myself fried, you know. But Depends on RPM, you're right, but the RPM is the range. That's what I'm talking about. You know, finance niggas get a higher one, prank niggas get a lower one. So I want y'all to take a look at this cheat sheet. What you need to understand about pocket watching is that it's all variable. You'll make, hold on, quiet down. You'll make more money in September than you will in February. Get in groups of 2 and pocket watch each other. Water? Or any kind of a bang, maybe? Yo, chat, shout out to Weeble. Sponsor classes, streaming your money, bro. Even because I...
Look at what I put.
Mr. Maxwell, yeah.
Yo, Alla Baby just gift 100 subs?
Yeah, that's it.
Critical content, sorry. Twitch subs. He had 70,000 Twitch subs. He peaked. He crushed it. Each sub is 5, I think maybe 6, 7 if you're on mobile dollars now. And then
That actually was good, honestly. I thought it'd be stupid. That was actually good. Wait, who else taught a class? Let me look at a different class. Who else doing a class? Who are all the teachers? That was actually good. Why is this like lagging? What the fuck? What the fuck did DDG teach? Music something? What is his Twitch, DDG? What the fuck is his class?
Wi-Fi from Frontier isn't just for VIPs anymore,
So everyone's good to go.
Ew.
Internet Beef 101.
Get the best
Okay.
Wi-Fi ever. Wi-Fi 7 with an
Let me.
Euro router
All
and
right.
100% fiber. Now
I'm
on
gonna actually get off that after you just told me that. All right, let's get the fuck off that. That's what I thought it was. I was actually surprised Agent actually like did something useful. I thought it was all gonna be retarded shit like that. Ew, what is this? Wait, there's some decent ones on here or no? The one on the left look absurd. All right, let me see. Hold on, let me see the lineup.
Nervous to look around.
Ew, what is that? What the?
I feel like it's not right.
Why is her head so big?
Looking at myself, it's really difficult. I know the perception
What
is
the-
like, oh, she's in fitness. She probably loves herself.
That was so hard to hear because, like, you look so banging. You look so good.
Yeah.
Every body is a social experiment that challenges
Hey, some of these are
participants to confront their
absurd.
relationship with their bodies, layer by layer. Through guided prompts, perception box
hell is
questions,
this,
and
man?
voluntary undressing, we explore vulnerability and the personal narratives we attach to our physical form. By stripping away the layers we don't need,
Where's the
every
male
body
version?
creates space to
I
look
need some
inward
meat
and
out.
untangle the stories we've told ourselves about our bodies.
Take off your outer layer and look in the mirror.
Take off your outer layer, alright? Oh, okay. This bitch is fucking skinny as fuck. What the hell? Hey, she need to eat some.
And does this
Wait, speaking of, have you seen
Yeah.
what Lana Rhodes looks
So my
like now?
shoulders, I think my upper
Well, I
body
seen a
is
picture of her
little
the other
too
day.
skinny
Have you seen what she
for
fucking looks like,
the rest
dude?
of my body, and I feel like I could.
I think she
hide
has
behind a
fucking
stop sign.
cancer.
So,
She looks like she's in chemo.
It's kind of annoying. I
Hold
feel
on.
disproportionate. Plus, I have like
Let me-
kind of
hold
a
on.
long face.
Actually
So,
looks absurd.
I feel like a lollipop.
Oh.
And I'm laughing, but it's just I don't like it. The issue with the modeling industry is that there's definitely points in time where they
Look at
want
this
you to
shit,
have
bro.
big boobs and a big butt, and I had to force myself to eat 3 times a day.
Okay, wait, look at her fucking head.
Otherwise,
What
I
is
was
this?
going to get comments and bullying, even from my photographers, saying,
Alright, wait, look at this shit, bro. Oh, she looks absurd, bro. Look at that. Hello? Ew. Like, what the hell? Wait, can y'all see that or no? I didn't even make it bigger. You see that? Wait, hold on, I'll make it bigger. Hold on. Bro, she looks fucking disgust. Like, actually, like, she needs some help, dude. Like, it's concerning. Hold on. I'll make it bigger. Hold on. Like, it's fucking crazy. I saw this the other day and I was like, wait, what the fuck? Hold on. Alright, there it's bigger now. Look at that shit. What the hell, dude? Like, what? Look at her head. Ew. What the fuck, dude? Hey, somebody gotta tell her, man. Actually looks absurd. Hey! What is wrong with this? Hey, relax, man. That one started and this fucking retard got excited for no reason, man. What are you excited about, man? Just relax.
You know, eat a hamburger, which is so cliche. One day I said, you know, screw that. And I
She
want to
low
be
key
happy.
might need a BBC to fill
And
up with
so
nutrients
I
or
have-
something.
It's been a relationship between my body and my
Alright,
mind.
anyways, I don't know why the
Person.
fuck
Fashion
this
is such a huge thing.
Wait, hold
Like,
on, a good one
people
coming
who are
up.
Very, like, we're insecure.
Wait,
about
wait,
their
a good
size,
one
if they're
coming up,
smaller. I
chill.
feel like they don't get that much awareness, and like people think it's like it's not an insult if you get called skinny. Like no, some people can have insecurities about that. So thank you so much for sharing your story. Yeah.
Every stereotype, every image.
Hey, too much talking.
I felt like it would be
This
therapeutic.
bitch needs
and
a
it was
snack.
Erasing the years. I think I'd.
What's this one? What we got?
Look in the mirror. If the people who love you most could see the way you talk to yourself, what would they be most heartbroken to hear? People who know me would be really surprised the way that I think about myself and my appearance.
What is
I
this,
kind of
man?
view
Hey, just take it
myself
off, man.
as like just this like me to and yeah, just like, get made just makes me for me. I want you to pretend that you are your.
I was about to look like.
I thought this was a different video. What is this? This is not the video I thought it was.
Speaking this as a technical removing this layer.
Yes.
Okay, here we go. This is a good one.
When you see your bare arms, your shoulders, your stomach, what is the first thing your mind attacks? Why do you think that voice is?
Yo,
so
why
loud?
is her head so big?
When I see my bare arms, the main reason why I got tattoos was to cover up my arms.
Well,
I
like,
think it was a nice way
look
to
at the size of her head.
hide some of those
Like, what the
insecurities about
hell?
myself. When I was younger, my mom would always.
Why is
see-
it so
we had very
swollen?
similar, body types, very round, and
Holy
would always talking
fuck.
about like the fat under your skin, or like the rolls I have on my back, or the rolls that come up on my sides. Filipino families, like the one thing they always talk about the moment you walk into that house for a party is, oh my god, you gained so much
Or
weight.
she looked like
Go
an
to the
Airhead
kitchen, grab
logo.
some food. I'm like,
You know what I'm talking
"Which one
about
is
on the
it?"
candy?
When I see my
That's
stomach
her
over
head.
there, I get really insecure, mainly because I have much more of an apple-shaped body. And when it comes to being plus size, a lot of plus size models people focus on are more curvy. They got the hips. There's no hip dips, flat stomach,
All right,
big
bitch.
hips, a big
Let's
butt.
move on.
You'd either see my art. There's meaning.
Oh, they all got it off now. What the hell?
Made to feel ashamed of your
Oh
body.
my god.
Who or what always been plus size? Always. Polka dot bikini body.
Oh my
until,
god. Oh my
cold.
god.
I don't really have my
This
parents,
is
but to work
absurd.
out this. Just I always say if I'm bigger, just because you're.
They talking way too
plus-size
much.
people, and they expect like if you're gonna be bigger, have a bigger personality to compensate. And if you didn't have that big personality, like.
Yeah.
Oh my god, your hair is so thick.
Confidence that you know.
We're hyping her up, man. What about this one?
Look in the mirror and remove your pants.
All right, before
Oh.
you do that, do you feel comfortable removing this layer?
I do.
All right, you may proceed.
Okay, hold on. What's going on? This is an insane video. Whoa, hold
What's
on.
the first thing that you judge about your lower body? Has it ever made you feel unworthy, unattractive,
Whoa.
or less than? So the first thing that I
What
judge
the-
about my lower body is always my glutes and my
Glutes?
lower abdominal. I started bodybuilding when I
Yo,
was 16 years
hold
old
on.
because when I was younger, I was very helpless when I got bullied. I was picked on in high school for my body, how I looked. Once I found bodybuilding when I was 16 years old, I figured to myself, if I can get into the gym and be strong, people won't bully me anymore. So when I did my first show, I was so fixated on being a small bikini competitor. And when I wouldn't do well as I got older, it was because I was getting too big for that bikini category. So I always felt unworthy and I felt like I was never going to place well because I was always sticking out because my legs were much bigger than
Are
the
you
other
talking
girls, and I
way
was
too
always
much?
fixated on trying to enjoy that they're strong.
There you
I
go.
love that they're muscular. I love that they're defined. Looking at myself, it's really difficult. I know the perception is like, oh, she's in fitness. She probably loves herself. But other than my legs, I'm looking at myself right now, and I actually don't love anything.
What the hell?
If the rest of you feel ready to continue, you may also remove this layer.
Oh, hold on. Okay. Whoa. Okay, whoa, whoa.
Think of anything besides your legs.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
There's
That's
some
so hard to
there's
hear
some
because,
ones that are not.
You look so banging. Like you look so good. Yeah. I'm like your arms, like it's so proportionate. Like you can tell that you put the work in. You never know kind of like what somebody else is going through, what they think of themselves.
I think it's really hard because when you suffer through body dysmorphia and you be a hunt show, eating the smallest,
Crying too
being
much.
the judge on stage because you form and fit into this category. Listening to all of you guys just talk, I'm just thinking to myself, I wish
There are a lot of comments on like how great you look, and you do look great. But I really understand that it's really hard to accept any of the compliments.
It really matters what you feel. And so I hope that you get to the point where you can just feel great because you look great. This I already recognize. It helps
Who's
me
next,
feel
man?
more.
Look in the mirror. If your body never changed from this moment forward, would you be able to accept it? Why or why not? It depends what you mean by accept. Like, be happy with? I don't think so, because I feel like I would constantly be comparing myself to other bodies and the way that I would like
What is?
my body
Why
to
is this
look.
bitch
So
even here
it's getting
crying?
Get cut by shopping, and
You got nothing to cry about.
And how beef and straighten it too.
The clothing thing, I get it. Recently, I went up in a size, and I went up maybe 2 sizes recently, and then I went to the store. I was trying things on, and it's super upsetting when you realize the size that used to fit you doesn't fit you. And I also look back at photos from literally this time last year when I'm not going to say what weight I was, but when I was that weight and now I'm not, and it's really hard. And then your hair, my hair is really naturally very, very curly, and I chemically straightened it, and it was the worst decision I ever made in my life. And look how f***ed up it is. It's literally falling out of my head. So your hair is beautiful.
Looking at Instagram and influencers, I had to train myself to that's what
Some of these bitches don't need to be on here crying.
Color, people of color. And that's a really crazy thought to think. There just weren't really people of color at my school, and I was used to really growing up surrounded by white people living in a white neighborhood. And so I feel like that kind of really influenced how I judged people for a while too. You know what I'm saying? I can definitely really relate to the not feeling great.
If only my skin color was lighter, then I'm
was in better shape. On the other side, it feels empowering because I'm listening to everybody who exerts so much confidence, and I'm like, wow, I really need to be nicer to me feel better and not be so
And that really to keep it
be
Talking too much, man. What's next? Wait, what's
Here,
next?
so just give us a second. All right.
Oh, they're taking it all off? Well, they're not showing it, I think. Where's the uncensored,
Take off your
man?
bra and look in the mirror.
Can we get an uncensored?
God. Okay.
Are you comfortable removing this layer?
Yeah, but yeah.
Are you sure?
I'm positive. It's just that's the one thing I hate most is my boobs, of course. It's the one thing I don't like. But
Just to remind you, your boobs will not be on the camera.
I know. Okay.
Wait, which was? Remember when they did one where they gave an uncensored one?
How does it feel to carry the weight physically
I forgot.
and emotionally?
I
at
forgot
this
what
part
it
of your
was, but they
body?
used to post an uncensored one in the
I mean,
description or
the
whatever.
heavy, but it's annoying because I feel like my boobs aren't perfect. I feel like they could be perkier. I don't really like my nipples, to be honest. I wish they were smaller, and I wish I had more of a lift going on. But that's just my genetics, and it's the same as my mom's. And
What?
that's just how it is. So I've accepted it.
Wait, what?
When I weighed less, I would go out without a bra on, and then I started to see this guy, and he would comment on how I shouldn't do that because it didn't look as good.
and that wasn't really great.
Is that not a weird comment she just
So
said?
then I started wearing bras more often. During like intimate acts, I'm usually holding my chest.
She said they look just like her
on top
mom's.
or whatever. I'm very insecure about.
Why did she wait,
the
what?
way they're falling. It's okay. Like, you know, I'll get a boob job one day if I really want it, right? I don't like love doing OnlyFans.
Oh my.
But
Oh,
it's
she
something
does
that I got into,
OnlyFans.
and it can be rewarding.
Anyways.
Like the male validation that you do get from it can be empowering in a sense, but it really has like mental toll on my well-being.
Wait, you might
I don't like,
actually
mean
wait.
people that subscribe to me. It's really weird to have someone that like pays money to be mean to you about your own body. It's strange.
I don't know her
A
name.
big challenge.
We could try to
I want you
find
say
it.
4 different things, positive things.
Okay, what do you think she looks like?
have-
Lindsay? No, that's the other
I don't even
girl.
know what to say. I don't
She
even
looked
them,
like
so I don't know what to say. Like,
imagine you
I don't
are your
even
significant
know.
other.
I'm about to open them all,
He's
man.
like, oh, I think you're so sexy. Like, love
I
your
think
boobs.
Lindsay's
like,
the
they're awesome. They're
the
amazing.
black
Your
hair
tits are
girl.
great. You don't need a boob job.
Beautiful. Now I want you to say all
Okay,
of that
let's-
again and seriously
maybe
say
an
it to
Aubrey.
yourself.
Okay. Your tits are amazing.
Oh, not Aubrey.
You don't need a boob job. You're sexy. And I
Hollywood
love
girl.
them. And they're perfect. That's what he would say to me.
Wait, yes, this is
If the
her.
rest of you feel comfortable and are ready to
This
continue,
is her, right?
you may remove this layer. If not, feel free to put your clothes back on and
Wait, is
exit
it?
the studio. Okay, you could do that
This
now.
is her, right? I think. There's the link tree.
Hold them off while they're leaving.
Wait, hold on. I
Look at his
can't. I'm
hours.
not clicking that on here. Hold on. Let me see what the URL is.
You
Hold
guys
on.
are free to exit. You're free to exit once you're fully clothed.
Are they done?
Thank you guys so much for
They left.
participating.
I'm pretty proud of everyone that
Alright, here's the
stayed,
link
'cause,
tree.
like,
It's,
I don't know. I heard everyone shuffling around. I was like, damn, they're really gonna leave.
Sensitive content.
I did
we
have
know
the
idiot.
thought.
It's
mentality
the same
to
as her
come in, I was like, oh,
Instagram,
I'm leaving.
Hollywood girl
I
with
work
2
at a Christian
ones.
private school, so I was like, I can't, but I'm learning so much.
2.4K
to
likes.
stay. Plus, I really wanted to take off my bra.
$8 a month.
Does anyone else have particular insecurities about their
There you
breasts?
go.
Actually, I have very similar ones to you. I also had my nipples pierced, and there's still scarring on both sides of them. And I have the same thing where I feel like they used to be higher.
Right.
I got into fitness, and things changed. My fiance and I are like, okay, so whenever you save up the money, you can buy my boobs, right?
I talk about that all the time with everyone.
All right.
My boyfriend.
I think I'm done with this
No,
shit, man.
no sugarcoating, no hiding. Even worse, who are not.
I really was coming into this thinking probably not even gonna take.
Loser McGavin. I'll shoot your ass. Oh,
Oh, narcoteers, right in
All right.
front of us, too. No! Young lady!
This is
Car returns right
disgusting,
over here.
Birdman.
Guys.
This is sickening.
Car
I'm
returns
watching
right over
you live
here.
with my 3 kids hoping you
The
are
car
going to
returns
play
right behind
VR
us.
chat. I am honestly disgusted.
Not on the
At
cart
this, you
narc.
should
What I
be
do
ashamed of yourself.
is I narc out folks. I'm sorry? And narcoteers, some of you.
3 kids is terrible.
How's it
You
going,
gotta
guys?
leave
See what I
that
did?
house, dude.
When they could have gone right over there. I've noticed the face tattoos, the glass. Come on, guys, it's right over there.
Alright. What the hell is this? Dude, how old is this car, bro? Bro, wait, how old is this car, man?
You what? That's against the law.
Yeah, we got cardboard on the window,
It
man.
doesn't mean murder, sir.
I promise you the fucking chair I'm sitting in is worth more than that car.
Well, he did threaten gun violence. In Narcoteers, there's something called strategic tactility. That's tactility has to do with touching, not to.
I'm surprised it works.
You're at the point.
That
A
shit
man
was old,
with
bro.
the illegal front window tint, face and neck tattoos, teardrop tattoo on the face, threatening gun violence. Which, by the way, that is possibly a
Bro, if a guy like that threatens to shoot you, you gotta believe him.
threatening to kill somebody.
That guy's got absolutely nothing to live for.
Which he certainly had. Go ahead, sir. Thank you. That may be a violent threat to the point that it is a felony. I don't know. Anybody in the local in the local jurisdiction, hit me up, because you really can't have that kind of person out in society. Forget the whole fact about leaving out carts, which you shouldn't, but for the moment, someone who's willing to threaten death over a magnet, which again, he said, well, that's illegal too. Number one, not really. And number two, there's a thing called proportionate response.
We don't need a
Someone
monologue,
cuts
man.
you off in line at hit me up and I'll provide you as much information I can about the date, time, and other details of this recording, because I'm having a credible threat of gun violence.
He's still going.
It's if that guy does have a gun that he's willing to shoot
Oh my God!
At the range every week. So, obviously for my own good and safety, but for all these nice folks out here who do take their carts back.
Hey, get over it, man. Damn.
Getting pizza and a glizzy. I'm here for you too. There are little guys here, one in the red and one in the blue, possibly in the middle of a walk-off. Rare case, well, not so rare, but rare that a big warehouse store would be near apartments and condos or whatever. They often have small.
Where the fuck is he?
Like
He crossed all the way over here to get this card. Is insane.
Ooh. So they're either parked in this resident area.
What
or
is
they
going
live
on?
here.
Is he looking
Either
for
way,
them?
They're doing what this person likely did, which is saying, I live here, so I don't want to walk all the way back to that car, turn right there. So I'm just going to block part of the sidewalk. Let's see what these fellas are up to.
There's no way he went all the way out here. Is insane. Yep. He left the parking lot.
Yeah, this is going to be a bit of a challenge for me, as I probably don't have any kind of access key to these particular apartments.
Bro, he in a parking garage trying to find out whose cart that is. Come on, man. Let's be serious, man.
Oh, smoke-free community, that's nice.
He's in their apartment complex, man. Where is he going? Hey, dude, what are you doing, man?
Well, might as well.
What is he doing?
Yeah, not here.
What are you doing, man? You gotta be trolling, bro. Like, what is he doing, man?
Bet you that noise, just those fellas. You're fine. Those guys have a Costco cart in there? Those guys walk in there with a Costco cart?
Why is he? Why is he censoring Costco?
Well, we don't know. They might take it out. We don't know. They might take it back.
And that's the thing.
But we probably know what's going to happen.
Yeah, it's, and honestly, it drives me up the wall. It's like, bro, I get it. So I went and bought a folding, wagon.
There's that solution, or walk it back if you walk it out. If you have the ability to walk it out here, I know you
walk it back. But at that same time, should put those barriers around the outer.
Oh, the locking things. Yeah, that's an option. You'd hope they wouldn't have to in a perfect world.
You hope. But yeah, no.
Oh, look who we got. How's it going, fellas?
What's going on?
Let's make sure that cart gets back where it belongs, right? That cart's getting back to all right?
Wait, they got the cart all the way up there. Look.
For it.
They brought that shit in the elevator, bro. What the?
I can't get up that far. I don't have a key to get. I could have asked him for his, but they've at least given a verbal warning. But good for that man for knowing how to not to be this person or that other person. Now, we'll do some cleaning up for these scofflaws. That's not where the cart goes. It goes right over there. Not up on the curb. Right over there. Not right here. Just looking at me strangely. Let's go with the lazy bones on board magnet. Behind you, ma'am. What's going on here? Doesn't appear to be understanding.
What is going on?
This right here is what we're talking about.
This old ass lady do not give a fuck.
Okay. At least she's stopping for the people behind her. I'll give her that. I mean, that's not really for her. For their sake, it's more for her sake as a. I don't know if she understands or is.
What the fuck am I watching?
I'm kind of trying to play dumb. We'll see about this, but she stopped. Oh, she waited to tell on me. Thank you.
He looking at. He said, "What's that?"
Uh-oh. You got. I will say that's a. I'm sorry. I can't hear you, ma'am. I can't hear you. I'll take that for you, sir. Oh, you see me on YouTube? Then what are you doing?
What the hell?
So she left her card up instead of taking it over to the cart return like it says on the sign. And I tried to get her to put it back and she wouldn't. And she said she saw me on YouTube, so I don't know what the deal is.
Oh, yeah, YouTuber?
Would you like a sticker? I'm more of a public servant, but it happens to be there. Thanks for stopping, sir. That's a first, Narcoteers. I've never seen somebody well aware of what we do wait until they found an employee to then get the employee to remove them. I mean, to be fair, that is very high level lazy bones maneuvering. That's someone who's aware of the situation, knows what she's doing is wrong, and is such a lazy bones that when confronted with the wrongness, gets the employee to help her out. So I gotta hand it to her. You wouldn't have saw it by looking at her, but that's very professional lazy bonesing right there. Hey, look, she won, I guess, technically. She got to leave her card out, didn't get the magnets, didn't even get out to remove the magnets. So I guess I probably shouldn't even publish this video, as it will be a sign or instructional on how to do your.
Anything else, dude? Oh, wait, hold on. Chase down. Wait, why he got a chase down on this one? Wait, hold on.
Narcoteers. Oh, my cart can't do anything. It's not moving right now. There's nobody in the way. Lies, lies, and more lies. Cart narcs out.
Alright, dude. I don't know. Okay. Let's see. Well, let's do Jitty on it. You said DAP has something? Let me I have to log in and go look. Hold on. Well, I don't think he has one. Oh, we've seen that one already. Alright, hold on. Okay, let me just... Oh, there's two here. What the hell? This one don't matter.
This is 45-year-old Terrence from Mount
got.
Clemens, Michigan. And today, he came to his local library to check out a book in the nonfiction juvenile section, if you know what I mean. Terrence frequently goes to this library to check out Tom Clancy novels or to download bootleg movies. But this time, he decided to switch things up. This is clearly an L for the black community, and all of Terrence's actions led me to ask him one hard-hitting question. Really, nigga? And as a previous convict, I'm sure that Terrence wasn't too happy to meet the Mount Clemens Police Department, followed by getting banned from his local library.
We can get this gentleman's name.
Oh, to ban him from the library?
Well, I have to talk to my director about it.
Okay.
Given insight, that's what's happening.
No, I got you.
Let me see.
Now we've got plenty of Predator pasta to dish out here, so sit back, relax, and enjoy this episode of To Skeet a Predator.
What up, boys? It's your boy Skeet Hansen, back at it again. Right now, we're in Mount Clemens, Michigan.
Oh, there's quite a few videos.
Of the public library. It's a pretty nice looking library. It looks like very high tech. Everything's up to par and everything. We're here waiting on our potential predator.
Gabriel.
Here he is.
It's
His
like-
name is Terrence. He's 46 years old. He's
It's
an
like there's like 4
convict.
videos.
He committed larceny
hold on.
a few years back. Not sure what all happened with that. We'll have to ask him about that. But he is.
We got some
He's a
stuff.
certified bad boy.
Let me get my
46
food
years
and
old.
then-
Thinks he's talking to a
Hold on.
trans girl that he met on the Grindr app. Some of the things he said are, let's
There's
see
like
what
4
we got
daps.
here. He asked her for ass pics. Has she been f***ed by BBC before? He says we could smoke weed and chill.
Was that him that walked in? Did you see that?
No, I didn't see anyone walk in.
I saw someone in a plaid shirt walk in, and now he's sitting down, and he has his hood up, and I don't know if that's...
Hold on. I'm gonna ask Eric right now what he's wearing. This might be happening faster than we think. Just got a call from the decoy. She's in right now, sitting in the library waiting for the guy. It sounds like he may have just walked into the library. He's like 30 minutes early if that's the case. He was supposed to be here at 6 and it's 5:30.
He just like went to the right.
You
He's on the computer.
Is it?
It might not be him.
Okay, it might not. Okay, because he's not supposed to be here yet. He sent me. So it looks like brown jacket, olive green jacket maybe, and like a gray hoodie underneath.
Oh no.
No?
This guy's in a plaid and then a black hoodie.
Plaid and a black hoodie. No. Okay, he's not. He said he's not there, so that most likely is not him. False alarm, boys. He is not there yet, but he should be coming here in the next few minutes. He only lives like maybe a 5-10 minute walk from here, so. Oh God, he's in there.
Yeah. Yeah, cool.
Oh, he's in there.
Yeah, how you doing, man? Right out.
Yeah, that's him. As you can see there, he was already there. Did not tell us he was there at all. He's just really trying to play it careful right now. It seems like he may have done something like this before. Yeah, just stay close, Q. Hey, Terrence? Terrence? I'm with the Predatory Investigation Unit. Do you want to explain what you're doing today at this library?
Just downloading my movies.
This advertisement is brought to you by the U.S. Army Reserves. That's right, we recently caught a military boy in our investigation.
How's it going, Gavin? You here to meet a before you get deployed for 18 months? Nope. No?
And right now, you can head on over to skeeterjeans.locals.com to watch it early and uncensored. Things got a little hairy on this episode, so we may not be able to put it here on YouTube. For the low price of $7 a month, you can gain access to this video and more. That's cheaper than a pumpkin spice latte from Starbucks. Well, what the f are you waiting for? Break out that credit card and head on over to skeeterjeans.locals.com and watch this banger.
You're downloading movies?
Yes, sir.
Who were you just walking with there?
I don't know.
You don't know? Seems like you know.
I forgot her name.
Forgot her name. Okay. Well, do you just want to go back in and just have a conversation, Terrence?
Conversation?
Yeah, we'd be better off if we weren't in the rain, if we could just talk about what's going on here. Okay? Appreciate that. You live around this area?
Yeah, I think on it.
Okay. How long have you lived here?
Probably like for 8 years.
About 8 years?
I'll say 10.
Okay. What were your plans today?
Just watch some movies, download some movies, and
Okay,
watch a few.
so you just come here to use their Wi-Fi?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, if we could we just want to talk where it's quiet. There's like a conference room or something. You come to this library a lot, right?
Yeah.
There's like a conference room or something like that. I just don't want anyone to hear because you know what we're going to talk about, right?
Probably downstairs.
Probably down. You want to go downstairs? This way? Yeah, we'll go this way. You know, like I said,
I'm just not sure.
Oh no, I hear you. I just don't. You know, I just don't want anyone eavesdropping or anything. You know, if anyone asks, we'll just say we're part of a college class and we're just talking about a project we're doing.
Oh,
okay. Okay. Pretty cold out there.
Yeah, if the weather changes, it goes back and forth.
Yeah, definitely. So what I have here, that'd be your picture, right? Mm-hmm. It's you. Okay. And so just walk me through it, Terrence. What are we? First of all, we have to be really quiet in here. I mean, what are we doing here today?
I said I come here a lot just to download my movies. Okay. I want to meet up with a nice girl, or whatever.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I understand. She is a nice girl and everything, but you also have to understand she's how old did she tell you she was?
I thought she was 17, 18.
You thought she was 17,
okay.
18?
Is this good or you want
how old did she
fucking
tell you
DAP?
though that she was?
17.
Terrence. You know I have everything here. She didn't tell you she was 17, big dog.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, in my texts when I text her, I said,
okay.
Let's see what we got from DAP, man. I think that's it on his Twitter. Let me see. Did we see this? Oh yeah, that's it on his Twitter. Alright, let me switch back to the other. Why are you growling at me, man? That's it on here. This fucking Josh is just posting old shit, so I don't know. Well, he says, after all the stress and travel, wasn't feeling the internet. Unfortunately, this isn't over just yet. Still fighting. Dude, I don't think he's gonna post anything until he's done with his case or whatever, so that guy's done. He's fucking just doing whatever, bro. It's just Jay, man. Oh, I can check. Hold on. Hey, man, what do you want, man? Hold on. Give me a. What do you want, man? All right, hold on. Yeah, I'll check Bob. Here, come here, man. Damn. All right. Now sit down and relax. Are you good? Are we happy? All right, thank you. Hold on. Let's see, Bob. What is this? America? Oh, that's been his title. What did Bob have to eat today?
I don't remember how to use it though. I know it's got little teeny instructions. I got to take a picture of it with my phone and blow it up. There's no way.
I see the what? Oh yeah, that little. I seen they played COD and I seen Scump just shit on him or whatever. To be expected, I guess.
What the fuck you been searching for on the internet over and over and over?
Wait, he got his food. What is it?
In fairness, in the real world, I don't know nobody that old. And Peggy and Margaret are both very old names. And Tinky's real old, so maybe he knows that.
I don't even know what it is. Cauliflower? What's this guy eating, man?
I really don't like Tinky. I think Tinky's a troll.
Carrots. I don't know. He eating like meatloaf or something.
And the cookies from his table or whatever it is, the protest thing, follow you.
Oh, I don't know what this moron is doing. Still can't believe he holds his fucking fork that way.
What you're shopping, what you're buying.
Oh wait, Night Terrors is live.
Where your Facebook page.
Who the hell? Oh, I thought that was his shit. What the hell is this?
There was like a dump on the stairs.
What is he watching?
Willie?
Well, let me see what he been up to. What we got?
Outlaw, how you doing, bro?
Elizabeth.
Yo. Welcome to the chat, man. It's good to have you. Good to have you. Anybody here?
He ain't had a party in a while.
This is the Hill House. This is one of the most fucked, haunted, scary houses in America. It is in the great state of Texas.
Huh?
And this is part 2 of the documentary we've been watching.
Where is this?
It's just creepy in here. It's like.
Outlaw, how's your motherfucking night going, bro?
Is this like famous or something?
He said, oh my god, so scary.
What do you call it? Let me look this up. What did he call it?
Since there's so much history in this house, and there's so much ground to cover, we should split up into 2 teams. for the next part.
Hill House?
I think
Hill House.
you guys should go do the room where the woman got pulled off. That's a really creepy room, he said. And then
Oh, maybe this? The Haunted Hill House. Where is this?
she was murdered. The Shadow Man room. with
Where the fuck is
bathtub.
this?
Then I guess we
Wait,
can
hold on.
continue going throughout the house.
It's in Mineral Wells. This some country shit or something,
It's a
bro.
lot of violent things. Negative.
Big Tony, what's up, bro?
butcher, Impaled.
Oh, this is like west, way west. It's like out in the fucking middle of nowhere.
Who is my guest? This is Rara. You've seen him at plenty of my bar parties.
Who? Rara.
Let's do this.
Rara is a crazy
So
name,
after
man.
we started off in that main room, we were getting so many different responses. It kept telling us to go left.
Alright, well, he just watching shit, so.
Here
I
and
don't
there,
know.
it was giving us different names.
We ain't gonna watch him watch this, dude.
Reaching out to us at the same
Where's
time.
my one guy? He ain't on. Let me see what he been doing. You think he's still at the same spot? He ain't been on in 2 weeks. He might have got kicked out of that fucking hotel finally. He don't have nowhere to stream from. He could honestly do better just streaming, like walking down the street of fucking Vegas. I think honestly he could find some entertaining shit probably just doing that. To be honest, I don't know why he streamed this bullshit. Maybe he might have got arrested actually for real. Streamer University. He could be a Streamer University. He does fit the qualifications, it looks like. What we got on here? The exact moment suspect moments enter a rooftop. Man crushes ex-wife's date to death. What is that? Is that a stream? What is that, a YouTube stream? Let me see. Well, who the fuck is this retard?
Chew cookies, chew cookies, chew cookies, chew cookies, chew
Why is
cookies,
there
chew
shit on
cookies,
his head?
chew cookies, 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 chew cookies.
What is this, man?
Cookies, chew 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 cookie, chew ice cream, chew cookie, chew ice cream, chew cookie, chew ice cream, chew.
I'm gonna kill myself. What is this?
Chew village, chew cooking, chew chicken, chew chicken, and chew village.
This is like that TikTok shit.
Barking for bacon, piggy, get a job. Chew chicken, chew chicken, and chew village. Chew chicken. Be a good time. This is supposed to be a good time, man. And just singing some songs, anything to myself. Stop.
Oh wait, he's being normal. Let me see.
Choo cookie. Steak, milk, things at $10. Woo! Things at $10. Things to the super chat. Hey guys, can you stop insulting me, please? I'm trying to sing a song here, okay? Vroom piggy, vroom piggy, vroom piggy, and vroom city, vroom piggy, vroom piggy, and vroom. Thanks for the super chats. Whoa, vroom piggy, vroom.
I promise you I'd kill myself before I do this for money. Not a chance. When does he stop, man? Wait, he was being normal.
Chew cheddar and chew cheese, rum cheesy. Y'all does it pig, rum pizza, rum cheesy. Woo! Writers World, think of the $4.99. Y'all does it pig. What? John, think of the $1.99. Thanks. How was your day? Hey guys, stop insulting me. Thanks for the super chats, okay? Stop insulting me on the stream. Okay? We're done. Stop insulting me now. Okay? Grease a little piggy boy, grease a little piggy boy, grease a little piggy boy.
Wait, is he mad or is this part of the? Is this part of it or is he actually mad?
Grease a little piggy boy, grease a little piggy boy, grease a little piggy boy.
Okay, is this all part of the fucking show?
Pizza, grease a little piggy boy, grease a little piggy boy, grease a little piggy boy, get a job. Grease a little piggy boy, grease a little piggy boy, grease a little piggy boy, pizza, grease a little piggy boy, grease a little piggy boy, grease a little piggy boy, get a job. 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 Grease a little. Guys, hey guys, can you please stop? Hey, hey guys.
What the hell?
Guys, stop. Guys, can you stop? Stop insulting me, please.
His fucking chair.
Guys, stop.
I don't get why he has the toilet with shit on him. What's that about? That's just part of the fucking show.
Deck, thank you for the $1.99. I will donate $300 if you end stream. Okay, let's see this. Let's see the $300. Nope. Okay, moving on. Okay, stop insulting me.
Nah, this is all troll, bro.
There's nothing wrong with this stream. There's no reason for me to end it, guys. Just stop.
Okay, let me just. What is this, man?
Just stop, okay?
How long
it's not
has he
funny
been
anymore,
doing
guys.
this?
Guys, I showed up here to sing on a stream and just have a good time, all right? And you're really being rude and you're interrupting that. And just so you know, I don't like it.
Oh my god, he's been doing this a long time. Wait, he did one for 5 hours.
Stop right now, okay? You're done. I'm sick of this.
Well, he's been doing this shit for months.
I am sick of this. I'm sick of... Kicks, mechanic thing, the $2. The reason to end it is you're weird. I'm not ending the stream because I'm weird. Whatever, man.
Oh,
whatever,
when did
man.
he discover to put a toilet on his head?
Good for you, man.
About 4 months ago.
Good for you.
Was he just a normal
now
streamer
you're done.
Before then? Well, I don't know about normal, but
that's it,
no,
bro.
There's
no more.
Oh, okay.
Guys, it's over. Stop right now, okay? Everybody here, this is not a joke, okay?
Well, this guy's been doing this for a while.
I'm not having fun.
Oh wait, what is this? Oh wait.
I'm not having fun. Jamar thinks of the $2. Your odd people are gonna make fun of you. No one's doing that. No.
Oh, he used to be like a food reviewer.
KY Kai, thanks for the 1-9. Rage bait equals money.
He's on Warzone.
What?
Hey, let me run some Warzone with this guy.
Nah. Hey guys, you need to stop, okay? Groovy, think of the $2. Why?
Hey, the Warzone bills were not hitting, man.
To myself, I just
he said, "Yeah, Warzone. I gotta find something else. Let me put a fucking toilet seat on my head." What the hell?
I don't. What is the big deal, man? Stop insulting me, please, guys.
Is
Everybody
he a food
here.
reviewer?
Steak Milk, think of the $5. I love your confidence to stream. Whatever it is you want to stream about, I'd love to hear about your story and what inspires you. Tell us more. Lisa, think of the $5.
I don't think he's a reviewer.
Okay.
I think he's
Look,
just
guys,
a
my
fat
story
retard.
is I'm just singing on a stream, okay? And you guys are insulting me. Call it clickety clackety clackety.
I think he's just a fat retarded guy. I don't think there's any review.
A toodly doodly noodly. A biggity baggity buckety.
Dude.
Truckety trackety truckety.
Bro, your life can't be this bad, bro. You surely you would prefer some sort of job over this, man. This is terrible.
Biggity biggity baconator.
Is this the whole video?
A thinkity thinkity thunkity. A minkity mankity.
I would literally do almost anything else over this. There's not a chance I'll ever in my life do this. If it's this and a fucking bullet, I'm dead. Those are my only options. I'm out. There's not a fucking chance.
Soda time.
Not a fucking chance. You not even. Hold on, bro. How many views does this have? 60K. Not bad. I don't know. I mean, I highly doubt there's good retention on this. Who actually is sitting here and watching this for 10 minutes? I don't know, but I mean, okay, that one actually just did really well. Those other ones don't do that well. Yeah, dude, this guy's doing this shit for like a couple thousand views. Like, okay, look, this one has 1.5K views. He may have made $5 off this if he's lucky. Literally, he did this to make maybe $5.
A clickety clackety clackety.
Maybe.
Trickety trackety truckety.
All right. All right. Okay. What is he doing? What is he doing? There's no way he sits here with an empty.
Trickety trackety truckety. Hello.
This not.
A clickety clackety clack.
Damn, he's still eating.
All
right, okay, I'm actually
calling me a pig and stuff, and I don't like it. There you go. There's my story. Okay, it's not that complicated, and don't you call me big boy.
You have any links?
No one's calling me anything ever again. Okay, we are gonna learn some. Stupid.
He has an Instagram. Hold on, Seth.
Done.
Let me look this guy up, bro.
John, think of the 199. What's that brown stuff on the toilet seat? It's poop. What do you think? Gabe, think of the $2 transform, the hate from trolls into comedy. Do not answer them $2.
Wait, why does he have 141K on Instagram? Wait, who is this guy? Guys, actually famous or something?
I've been singing on the internet and making songs forever, okay? And now people are here trying to insult me. And I just mess around, guys. I'm not being serious, okay? I'm just... I make songs and I'm not serious. None of the songs I've ever made were ever serious, okay? So anything you ever see me doing, it was just a joke.
What songs?
Okay?
Let me see the songs.
It's just... I'm just having fun, and you're taking that too far. You know? Like, I like a good joke, but this
are these songs?
This is too much, guys. Thanks for the roses.
Looks like I left the old gun cabinet unlocked.
What is this?
And there's a gun missing. Who could
what the fuck is this?
The gun out of my cabinet? Oh my god!
Nah, this guy's a freak, man. What is this? Is even this might be more weird than what he's doing now. What the fuck is this?
Billy, put the gun down! Oh my god! Billy! Billy, no!
What is this?
Billy! But if you...
And that's why you don't leave your gun cabinet open or leave guns around the house because your kid.
This guy's first video is a kid killing his dad. This guy's actually... This is worse than his new shit.
Or shoot you, and thus ending your life in a tragedy. Whoa, that gave from down the street with AIDS infested asshole.
What?
But now the kid just killed you. Wow.
I thought he made songs, he said. Where's the songs? Oh, look. Hashtag comedy.
So, I can really cross the line. I can go too far.
Ew.
And, I can apologize though. Like, I'll be legit, like, I will apologize. Like, I'm sorry, man. And, you know, it's almost like, I'm not even apologizing for, like, I'm sorry you feel that way. Like, I'm not even trying to be cocky. I don't, like, just full open arms, dude. Just full-fledged, like, hey, yo, I'm cool. I'm sorry. You know? I crossed the line. I went too far. But, you know, it's like this person over here is like, you didn't cross the line, dude. Like,
what is this, man?
You're being a comedian, actor. You're writing, like, good jokes and shit. Do it. Like,
Where's
do it? Just
what's
do
going
it,
on?
man. So, I don't know. It's kind of confusing now. Like, you see me say something in the video.
This guy's supposed to be a comedian, apparently.
Words in a post and tweet or whatever.
Am I missing something?
It gets a little bit.
It says hashtag comedy.
Rattling up.
Where's the
your mind
joke?
like it's a gumball machine.
Where the fuck was the joke? What the hell? This gotta be the worst guy. The gym is a scam. Nice, man. I think this is his comedy. I think the comedy, it wasn't hitting, so he decided to put a toilet seat on his head. I guess whatever you need to do, man. Which one has the most views? None of them, really. What's their problem? Has 800. Maybe this one's good.
Hello. This video. I talk about the same things. What is the point? What is the point? Why? Why am I doing what I'm doing? I'm a little bit too much for people. I'm a little bit too much. They can't handle me. Is lighting right? I don't know. Let's check if the lighting's right. Gotta check that lighting. You know what I'm saying? Gotta turn that off. Color correction. It'll look better right there without.
Look at the comment.
I'm not sure. Is like getting acne from eating too much ice cream? Boring. You know, I'm sorry, everyone. I'm apologizing on behalf of me and everything that I'm doing.
Okay, anyways, he actually, I guess, used to be maybe a little bit normal. Kind of normal. He realized that shit was not hitting. So he decided to become a fucking freak, I guess. I don't know. Alright, anyways, had enough of this weird fuck. Okay, this guy's not going live, so. Let's see. Wait, I think there's a Nexpo, no? What are you looking at? I think there's someone said something about Nexpo earlier. Inlands. What do you link me up? I think I was playing the Skeet vid earlier and everybody said turn it off. I don't know.
Gas mask.
What is this? I don't know, maybe. I don't think we've seen this. 2 weeks ago? Probably not.
On the 19th of September 2017, an anonymous 4chan user posted a picture of a gas mask, 2 bottles of vinegar, and a jug of bleach, captioned, "About to test out this gas mask." While some brushed it off, thinking that the OP was just messing around, a few showed genuine curiosity and egged on the OP to continue his experiment. Okay. Post results if you
grenade or some shit.
However, this curiosity turned into concern when the OP returned with an update 20 minutes later, stating, "What could go wrong? We'll report." Alongside this, he posted a picture of the vinegar being poured into a mysterious yellow substance, which looked shockingly similar to concentrated chlorine gas. For those who don't know, chlorine gas is a deadly war chemical that was used by the German army during the First World War. More importantly, the only chemicals needed to synthesize this dangerous gas are bleach and vinegar, the exact materials OP had with him. The OP either didn't know about the gas or seriously underestimated its danger. Unfortunately, by the time he realized the gravity of his situation, it was already too late. Because just a few minutes later, he returned with a disturbing update. "Holy, it hurts. Might have to go to the hospital."
Damn.
This also included a picture that showed his arm developing blisters and turning an alarming shade of red.
Hey, buddy.
These symptoms matched perfectly with known signs of chlorine gas exposure, sparking immediate concern for the safety of OP and anyone in his vicinity. "You fool, that will burn your skin and soak into your surroundings. Legit question, please tell me you don't have an apartment/pets or roommates." Depending on your mixture, you just messed up big time. Let's say you made only 4 ounces of gas. That comes out to 29,962 parts per million. Concentrations of about 400 parts per million and above are generally fatal over 30 minutes, and at 1,000 parts per million and above, fatality ensues within only a few minutes. Dude, go vent yourself somewhere and literally bathe with a garden hose. You are going to melt otherwise. It acts on flesh, not just on breathing pathways. It melts flesh, which makes people drown in their own melted lungs, but your arms can get messed up too. While the other users were panicking, the OP made 2 other posts, each showing his arm in increasingly worse condition. It's starting to peel and fall off, still hurts. With his last reply
Why is he
simply
still
stating,
posting on here, man?
Goodbye. After posting this update, the OP
Hello?
vanished from the thread, leading many to believe that he might have actually passed away due to
Wrong
this
with people?
experiment gone wrong. Some even claimed the incident had taken the lives of several of his neighbors. However, despite extensive searching, I
he
wasn't able
killed
to
other
find any
people,
news
no way.
reports mentioning such a gruesome incident. If something of this magnitude had actually happened, it would have definitely made headlines. More importantly, I couldn't find a single credible source confirming just the OP's death either. In other words, we don't know what happened to him after his last post. The lack of any news coverage could suggest that the OP may have survived the chlorine gas exposure, possibly after calling emergency services and being rushed to the hospital. But that's highly unlikely. Even in moderate concentration, chlorine gas can end someone's life in minutes. Yet the OP kept posting about his worsening state for over 30 minutes after creating the deadly chemical. Which brings us to the other possibility, that this whole thing was completely fake from the beginning. To some viewers, the peeling skin on his arm looks suspiciously like makeup, or at most some well-done special effects. A now deleted user on Reddit even added a personal anecdote to back this theory, stating, "I have a face mask exfoliator that goes on wet and looks pretty much the same as Anon's skin in the first pic, and peels off like the following pics. See how the skin is peeling off and shows regular skin underneath? If he was actually burned, the skin underneath would look red and or bleeding. He probably just grabbed one of his girlfriend's exfoliators and slapped it on because it looked red enough to fool people." If the whole thing was staged, it would also explain some of the strange behavior I noticed from the OP. Things like, why did he stay in the bathroom with the hazardous gas for so long instead of rushing out immediately? And how was he able to endure the excruciating pain he must have been in, all while taking perfectly framed, still pictures of his arm? However, despite all the signs suggesting it was a complete hoax, there's still no definitive way to know for sure. Maybe one day a news article will be found that announced the OP's death, or perhaps the OP will come forward and reveal the truth. Until then, the gas mask incident remains one of the most disturbing threads in 4chan history. Bank robber. On August 20, 2015, a 4chan user posted his plans to rob a bank later that day, stating, "Okay, today is the day. I'm going to walk into the bank at 3 p.m. with sunglasses, a hat, a sweater, a BB gun, and this note. I'll get out, dump the sweater and BB gun, and ride out on my bike back to the hotel. I'm serious. Wish me luck." Alongside this was a picture of a handwritten note that he planned to hand over to the bank teller, stating things like, "I want $5,000, $150 bills only, and I have a gun in my jacket." However, threads like these aren't anything new on 4chan. More often than not, it's just some anonymous user who's bored, trolling, or desperate for attention. So, despite the OP's insistence on being serious about his plans, this one seemed no different. One user even recognized the OP from a previous thread where he talked about robbing the bank for $20,000 instead. To make matters worse, the OP didn't use a VPN before, allowing someone to trace his approximate location back to Jacksonville. By this point, most users saw the OP as nothing more than a clueless wannabe.
Someone called
However,
the
while everyone was making
Jacksonville
fun of
police.
him, the OP did what no one expected. He followed
Getting
through
him.
with his plans, setting off a manhunt that would last for weeks. It started with him showing off the BB gun he brought to the robbery, and getting drunk to calm his nerves. From there, he stayed active in the thread and kept everyone updated on his whereabouts. He also ditched anonymity and began posting under the AnonDump username so others could follow his updates more easily. Minutes before the planned time, he posted about someone stealing his bike, which he was going to use for the robbery, before going completely silent. This led many to believe that the plan was cancelled, but around 25 minutes later, AnonDump returned with images of the money he stole along with a detailed description of what he did and what he was doing next. However, while he saw himself as a master criminal, the police weren't far behind. His hat and glasses did little to hide his identity, allowing investigators to plaster his face across news networks. They also put a $3,000 reward for any information that could lead to his arrest. This left the OP fearing for his life as the gravity of his actions began to sink in. Hey guys, guy who robbed the bank here. My face is on the news and there's a $3,000 reward for tips leading to my capture. I'm scared. Robbing a bank wasn't worth it at all. I have like $4,800 left. I'm scared of leaving the hotel. I want to get out of here, but somebody may see me. I'm trapped. And this fear was justified. He was now a fugitive who was being actively pursued by the police. On top of that, he also had a BB gun on him, which looked like a real gun at first glance. If the officers barged into his hotel room and saw this gun nearby, there was a real possibility he could lose his life over a relatively small amount. Despite his growing fear, he continued updating everyone on 4chan about his whereabouts until the 21st of August around 3 p.m. when, after hiding in a hotel room for nearly 24 hours, he managed to escape the city and vanish from the thread. Now, it's unclear what happened next, but based on what I've seen, it's likely the investigators were already monitoring his updates on 4chan, and his post about taking a cab from the hotel gave them the lead they needed to track him down. On September 2nd, 2015, authorities arrested 26-year-old Pedro Smith, aka Anon Dump, about 70 miles from the crime scene in Gainesville. He was charged with armed robbery and faced a minimum of 10 years in prison. However, after a trial in September, he was sentenced to only 3 years in prison, which didn't make sense to some people on the internet. How did he get away with such a light sentence after robbing a bank and hiding from the police for so many days? A few people looked into his whereabouts after his release in March of 2018 and discovered that he was living in a luxurious home worth over $1.5 million in Miami. This pointed to the possibility that he had wealthy parents who could also afford top-tier lawyers to help reduce his sentence. In other words, the only reason Pedro had for robbing a bank and potentially risking his life was to gain the attention and approval of other users on 4chan. Researching these 4chan videos is some of the sketchiest research I do on this channel. Everything is anonymous, so you'll see people post pretty much anything. There is no way I would trust sites like these with my personal information, but as it turns out, even the more trustworthy the Monon tunnels. In April of 2018, a 4chan user made a post seeking information about a disturbing picture they recently came across. It read, "On one of the recent iceberg chart threads, someone mentioned the Monon tunnels not being on the iceberg. When I went to Google what these tunnels were, the only results I got were the original thread and pic related. Does anyone know more about it? I don't know how to read EXIF data." Coupled with the post was an image that looked like the aftermath of a horrific crime scene. It depicts two masked figures standing in a grass field at night.
I'm not playing
their
nothing.
index
Trevor,
fingers raised
they
towards the
said
sky.
Sonic came in
Behind
earlier
them
and
is
said
what looks like
Trevor's
the remains
birthday
of
is
a young
tomorrow and he's
child
having
in
a
red
party on
jacket,
VR
lying
chat or
face
something.
down on the grass.
Or
Unfortunately,
tomorrow.
no one on 4chan had any clue what the OP was talking about either. One user did claim
Some
to have
shit
seen
like
a
that.
similar
So
image
I'll
back
play
in the
tomorrow.
2000s when they first started using 4chan, but they didn't provide any
Yeah.
further information. The
Sonic,
contents
he
of the
told me
image
about
also
it. He
divided the
messaged me on
community
Discord
into
like 4 days ago or
some
something. I
speculated that this
don't
was the
look at that
trophy photo
shit.
the two men
But he
took
came in the
after
chat
ending a
today when we were
life.
on COD and told
They
me.
look
But
like hunters posing with a fresh kill, while others weren't so convinced. I feel like this might just be some kind of photo shoot.
so we gonna show
you
up
know, like a bunch
for
of
Big
kids
Trev, I
hanging
guess.
out, and they decided why not take some pictures, which led them to taking this picture just for them to show it around on the internet for shock or something. Which begs the question, what is this really? I tried searching for answers myself, however information surrounding this image is surprisingly hard to come by. For starters, the OP mentioned an iceberg chart thread in their post, but never provided the link or even the name of the thread. Looking at the image itself, there's not much we can gather from it either. There are no visible landmarks or even stars in the sky that could help us pinpoint the location where the image was taken. The only clue we have is the name, the Monon Tunnels, referring to the tiny town called Monon, Indiana. But even that's not much help, since the town is littered with hundreds of flat grass patches that could have served as the backdrop for this image. The camera noise makes it near impossible to estimate the year this image was taken based on the image quality as well. And there wasn't any useful information in its embedded data either. I also couldn't find any exact matches on the internet outside the original 4chan through reverse image searching. However, while looking for similar images, I came across something that could potentially clue us into the origin of this unsettling image. You see, there are two distinct possibilities for what it represents. First is that it was taken by a couple of serial killers as trophy photo proof of their horrible crime. But I wasn't able to find any matching incident that happened in Monon or its surrounding area. Even if the killers were never caught, there would still probably be a report where the victim's description aligns with the person we see in the image. Which leads us into the second, more likely possibility. This was simply a group of friends, and the person lying in the background is actually an adult who likely passed out after a night of drinking. Now, there's no way to know if the disturbing feel of the image was intentional or not, but the possibility of this being a completely harmless picture is fairly high. Reverse image searching it brings up hundreds of similar photos, with people having fun and lying down on a patch of grass at night. That being said, this is nothing more than conjecture on my part, and the reality could be anything. Then there's also the question of how the OP got their hands on this image if it's nowhere else to be found on the internet. Sadly, it's been over 7 years since the original thread, meaning it's unlikely we'll ever uncover the truth. Spoon and duct tape experiment. On the 9th of April 2010, an anonymous 4chan user posted a fun science experiment for others to try. The instructions were as follows. Go to your kitchen and find a nice metal spoon. Teaspoons work too, but normal ones are better. Get yourself a lighter. The bigger the flame, the better. Get some duct tape and wrap it around the handle, about 4 to 6 layers. Start heating up the spoon with the lighter. Make it really, really hot. Holding it just above the flame for about 2 minutes should work. Go to a faucet and turn on cold water at full force. Hold the spoon directly under the faucet. Post results. At first glance, this experiment looked like it had something to do with steam. Maybe pressing the hot spoon under the faucet would instantly vaporize the water, filling the room with a sudden burst of steam or fog, something along those lines. When, in reality, the results were much worse.
It's gonna make like blow up.
Whoever
or some
thought
shit?
of this wicked experiment did so with the intention of hurting people. And unfortunately, the plan worked better than they could have
That's what I
expected.
thought.
Within the first
Wait,
hour
they're
of the
gonna
thread
actually
going
fuck
live,
someone
nearly
up.
a dozen people had injured themselves attempting to follow the instructions.
Wait, what the hell?
I thought, hey, what could go wrong? And I tried it. At first, it steamed in my face like crazy, and then the spoon started ticking and split into 3 parts.
Wait, no
one shooting
way.
through a plate, one through a cut, and the last barely missed me. I don't believe this, so I
There's
thought I
no
would try
way,
this,
bro.
expecting something cool would happen, like a lot of smoke. But instead, I got a shrapnel spoon. It nearly exploded in my hand and shards went off in all directions, causing me to take cover. This nearly cost me my life. I'm not coming here again. OP, why? I covered my face expecting steam. My hands are bleeding so much it hurts. No one do this. Extreme cooling causes metals to burst. Now, 4chan is no stranger to causing widespread harm with these cool experiments, like the one I covered in my previous 4chan video. However, this one stood out for just how dangerously destructive it was. It used extremely common household items like duct tape and a spoon. And because it didn't involve any chemicals, people were far less cautious about just how dangerous it could be. According to one explanation, heating the spoon causes the inner layers of the tape to become extremely hot, almost to the point of melting, while the outer layers remain cool enough to still touch. Then, as the hot spoon comes under cold water, it quickly cools down. But since the inner tape around the handle is still scorching hot, it causes extreme temperature and pressure differences within the spoon, causing it to explode, sending shrapnel everywhere. And while the damage on 4chan was already immense, that was only the beginning. From there, this experiment spread like wildfire to other popular forum sites like Newgrounds, claiming even more victims in the process. The only silver lining here is that the spoon and duct tape experiment copy pasta has since faded into obscurity. So, at the very least, it hopefully won't be causing any more injuries.
The hell? Yeah, but like, why would you ever do that?
Epileptic attack. Back in 2008, some 4chan users got together and came up with one of the most cruel pranks in the site's history. Now, unfortunately, most of that thread has been lost to time. The only surviving proof I could find was this screenshot detailing what to do, stating, Epileptic forum raid. 1. Make account. 2. Spam flashing gifs, party hard, etc.
Wait.
3. Troll the user base. 4.
Wait.
Question marks.
What the hell?
5. Profit. Their target was the Epilepsy Foundation,
They
a
went to the
non-profit dedicated to
fucking charity
supporting
for
individuals with
epilepsy.
epilepsy
It's
and helping them
insane.
find the care they need. After agreeing on a plan, the group of anonymous users headed over to the foundation's website and exploited the
It's
security
just
vulnerability
insane.
to gain unrestricted access to the support forum. From there, they used a script to post hundreds of messages embedded with flashing animated GIFs with hopes of catching visitors off guard and triggering seizures. Tragically, this was just as effective as they expected.
Wait,
Within
dude.
seconds of the attack, dozens of users began
No
experiencing
way.
intense migraines, with some even suffering full-blown seizures.
Nah.
One of the site's visitors, 33-year-old
What
Rianne
the
Foltz,
hell?
described her painful experience in a later interview, stating, "It was a spike of pain in my head, and the lockup that only happens with really bad ones. I don't think I've had a seizure like that in about a year." She was just one of many victims that were swept up in what can only be described as a truly evil act. All the while, the 4chan attackers were celebrating their victory, laughing at the victim's pain, and calling the attack incredible and amazing. Fortunately, the Epilepsy Foundation's IT department managed to quickly take control of the situation before it escalated into a widespread crisis. And while I couldn't find any solid proof, a few sources suggest that the attack may have triggered an FBI investigation. Unfortunately, because of 4chan's anonymity, the people responsible for this horrible attack were never identified or held accountable.
Damn. That was actually like a good troll though. Alright, hold on. What did I think Nexpo has something, hold on. Let's see. Or was it just this weird shit? Finland's the Lake Odom? Is it this one? What do we want? Hold on. I think we watched this one. I'm almost positive we watched this one. The Blair Witch one? Alright, we'll watch one of those. Fuck it, let's see. Alright, dude.
What the f is this about? Well, to be honest with you, this isn't really about anything. This is about us. Try to get her halfway done. Danielle. Stop right now.
It's a late night.
Okay.
Unassuming. Quiet. The Walton Files blares on your bedroom TV, filling the void of darkness around you. It's peaceful, comfortable even. You scroll through Reddit, searching for something to pass the time. Before, out of nowhere, a lone post by an Emerald Spring populates your feed. They're searching for something, some sort of lost documentary called The Real Blair Witch. There seems to be so little information about this documentary out there and absolutely nowhere to watch it. I recall it being on TV, and there's one or two references to it out there. It has nothing to do with the Blair Witch Project and is more of a true crime documentary. I'd love to see it again, and it's frustrated me for years now not being able to track it down. It must be out there in some archive somewhere, but I'm guessing its lack of availability kind of makes it lost. At first glance, this seems relatively unassuming. Yet another lost media mystery with hardly a lead to go on. Yet the name, The Real Blair Witch, shrouds it in this weird tinge of dread. I don't know what it is, but something about the way this is framed, the lack of information, something about this has sparked something. Within their post, Emerald Spring provides a link to its IMDb page, revealing that there's hardly anything to go off of. The page is barren, just one review, a release year, and director. The only tangible bit of info here is the plot summary. A group of teens from Flint, Michigan film themselves kidnapping and terrorizing a new acquaintance before taking her out to the woods and dumping her in a shallow grave. They then taunt their terrified and blindfolded victim, asking if she had any last requests before they cut her throat. But was the kidnap real or just a game? What's revealed is an extraordinary and disturbing record of a night when something went terribly, terribly wrong. Well, now you've got my attention. With such a graphic, visceral description of such an inhumane crime, curiosity in this case took off on Reddit. Comment after comment poured in, expressing interest in tracking this footage down. Most believed in its existence, others not so much. Regardless, though, the common theme here was intrigue. The Blair Witch Project, back when it came out, was horrifying, and the implications of someone recreating this in real life to torment a very real person sounds like it's straight out of a nightmare. What in the world did Emerald Spring watch back then? What truly is this? Over the following weeks, whispers about the doc's existence would trickle in. Mentions in online articles. A trailer on a production company called Raw TV's own Vimeo page. But what really sent this mystery into the stratosphere was nearly an entire year later when a Redditor named Transbian8787 would chime in with the revelation that no one saw coming. The real Blair Witch, as it turned out, was very real. However, once Pandora's box was opened and the internet began to sink their collective teeth into it, it was realized that this story is much, much stranger than anyone had imagined. The real Blair Witch isn't just a film. It's a glance into one of the eeriest, most bizarre incidents that I have ever read about, ensnaring nearly everyone involved.
Ladies and gentlemen, in the event of an emergency, please walk to the nearest exit. Thank you.
When the Blair Witch Project hit theaters in 1999, it didn't just scare audiences, it changed the horror genre. More than just a film, it became a psychological experiment that made people question
y'all remember
what was
this
real
or
and what wasn't.
Oh, just me.
The setup was
I
simple.
was like 18.
3 young filmmakers set out to document an old urban legend, only to vanish without a
But
trace.
y'all didn't watch this when it came
What
out?
remained was the footage they left behind.
Okay.
But unlike traditional
Never mind.
horror films, this story had no scripted feel, no heart-stopping jump scares, just raw, unfiltered horror. The shaky camera work, improvised dialogue, and eerie silence between panicked breaths all made it feel as if it were set in reality. And that was exactly the point. The movie, as you'd expect, became an overnight sensation, shattering records and opening the door to
Yeah,
a
this shit was hella
completely
big, I
fresh,
remember.
realistic and raw form of terror. However, its impact
I think they made a
stretched
second
well
one too
beyond the
afterwards,
film
like later
industry.
on. I don't know. I'm pretty sure they did.
Suddenly, horror fans, amateur filmmakers, and thrill seekers were heading into abandoned locations and recording eerie footage. And the internet soon became a breeding ground for low-resolution
The
videos
movie itself is
claiming to
terrible, yeah.
document real
It's like hella
paranormal
like shaky.
encounters.
It's like an amateur.
Some
It looks like
were
shit.
easily
Yeah.
debunked. Others
But it was like a
less
new
so.
concept.
And that's where things began to take a strange turn. Because when an entire generation starts to believe that some of the most terrifying things can be caught on a simple high-8 tape, it's only a matter of time before someone tries to prove it. Alright guys, before we continue, I'd like to tell you about tonight's video sponsor,
Anyways.
NordVPN. Alright, so lately I've...
The hell?
February 2002. It's a frigid night in the town of Flint, Michigan, and a 19-year-old named Danielle Taylor crosses paths with a 20-year-old Travis Peya, a community college student with big dreams of
What's
making
up with that
real
guy's
films.
neck, bro?
Peya shared a house
What
with
the
a man
hell?
named John Cockrell, another student
What
and
the
self-proclaimed
hell?
horror
Who?
fanatic. Their
Cockrell?
house. It was
Come on,
the
man.
spot, per se. The hangout for their tight-knit circle, which included a James Carwile, Christina Lum.
This crew just keeps getting worse.
At first, everything seemed
the hell?
mundane within their friend group. Danielle would visit the house a handful of times, and nothing seemed all that out of the ordinary. Just a few weeks later, on the night of March 6th, however, their entire dynamic would, out of nowhere, take a dark turn. By complete surprise, Danielle was restrained, blindfolded, handcuffed, and threatened with murder. And all of it filmed on a single high-A tape.
Say hello. Hi. Okay, I have a question for you.
The video opens inside a dimly lit house, bathed in the eerie green glow that can only be provided by an old-school night vision camera. Danielle stands front and center, seeming a bit annoyed.
Is this
that
a
she's
porno?
being filmed.
What is this?
Behind the camera is Travis Paya, his voice steady as he asks her a strange question. What would you say if you knew this was your last day on Earth? Danielle smirks, brushing off the
Bro, the
question
guy in the
with a
back look
simple,
fucking insane.
There's a heavy undercurrent
Hello?
of something else, though. Something unspoken. A shadow moves behind her. One of the men steps forward, revealing something in his hands. A blindfold, maybe a gag, and the mood shifts. Travis prompts Danielle again, this time instructing to say ready, set, go. Sensing something is off, she refuses. Someone's behind her. Something is up here. She turns. Yet before she can react, multiple hands grab at her. She barely has time to respond before she's wrestled to the ground. She fights briefly, but it doesn't take long for her to realize she isn't getting away. Whatever this is, it's happening. The scene cuts.
Is this a script or is I'm confused.
We find ourselves in a car. The lighting is bad. Again,
I
night
can't
vision.
believe they found this footage
Danielle
from the
sits in the
Burton
back
dark
seat,
room.
blindfolded,
Remember when we
scared
took you
out
in
of
there,
her mind.
Tony? It was a
She's
crazy
stiff.
time taking
Her
turns on
face
wings
only
back to
showing
back in
fear.
there.
Christina Lum, the only other woman to appear in the video, is driving.
Oh,
She
okay.
doesn't say much, just keeps her
Turns
eyes
on
the
who?
road.
Wings?
At first, the
Oh.
guys verbally tell
Okay.
her, but there's
I'm
this
pretty sure this is a
edge to
porno,
it.
man.
And then we see it. One of them, Jonathan Cockrell, has a knife, and it's pressed right up against her. They start asking her questions. Did you have a good life? Say your last words to your family. If you could go back in time and change anything, would you? Danielle hesitates. She tells her mom she loves her. She says she's sorry for everything. She tells those in the car with her that she has nothing to say to them. Nothing she says will be right anyway. No one reassures her. No one tells her it's okay. And the video cuts again. Deep in the heart of the forest, the camera follows as James carries Danielle over his shoulder. The group moves with a sense of purpose, heading straight for a spot they've already prepared. A shallow grave, barely 2 or 3 feet deep. They set her down before explaining what's coming next. They're going to cut her before burying her alive and leaving her to die. Travis stands over the pit, knife in hand. The blindfold that had been covering Danielle's eyes is pulled down around her neck, and she doesn't say a word. Following this, Travis kneels down, brings the blade right up to her.
Sorry, I never
then-
told you it was wings since it was too dark to tell who it was. I told you
Nothing.
it was a BBW since those are your favorite, haha. Do you think we could secure Nade Shot or Doug
He
for
never
next year?
actually cuts her. He mimes the act of slashing Danielle's throat before she goes completely limp and pretends to be dead.
Yeah. I'll see what I can do, man. Yeah, sure, man.
Just like that, the entire mood shifts. The group starts laughing, giving each other pats on the back over what they had just done. One by one, they turn to the camera, introducing themselves, explaining their roles in this so-called film. They even take
It's
bows,
fake, right?
grinning
That's what I
the
thought.
entire time.
This was too, like... I'm
Danielle
pretty sure this
Taylor,
is a porno,
as
man.
it turned out, wouldn't die that night. Contrary to the knife being held to her throat, contrary to her being tied up against her will, contrary to her being thrown haphazardly into a massive hole in the ground, this was nothing but a stunt. A prank for a movie. Funny, right? Halting the recording, the group unties her, harping on just how realistic, how entertaining her reaction was. Surely, this will seem visceral enough to make it to film. This was their big break, their escape from Flint, Michigan, after all. For Danielle, though, she was far from fine. Just a few minutes before, she thought she was dying. She had nothing to laugh about here, because the entire joke was solely on her.
I can't remember the name. Danielle.
So far, it's been easy to follow Danielle's state of mind throughout this. A woman trapped by those she trusted, a victim of an inhumane prank. However, that's where our central problem begins, because was this all nothing but a sick joke? That is the question that soon becomes the heart of this entire incident. And the answer depends on who you believe.
So they're saying it's not a joke.
It looks like an ordinary day in the USA, but in the city of Flint, Michigan, all is excitement. Even the small fry are buzzing. And the older boys and girls are let out of school. Oh, this is a day. The whole town's a bustle. Yes, sirree, there's going to be a parade, too. And what's a parade without festive bunting and gala decorations?
The city of Flint, Michigan is undoubtedly one of desolation. It's a place once bustling, lively, full of opportunity. Yet today, it stands as nothing but a shell of what it once was. When the automotive industry backed away, it left a void of broken dreams, families with shattered aspirations. It's depressing that something like this can actually happen to those who had no hand in the matter at all. Like we established, the Blair Witch Project shattered the world, sending audiences into a frenzy and inspiring loads of those with nothing but a camera to create something horrifying of their very own. The entire group maintains that they all had hopes, dreams to get out of Flint and to make something of themselves. And while they could have chosen a myriad of ways to do that, the film industry, for once in its near century-long history, felt like something attainable, a vehicle to a completely new life.
Remember that time we did this to you, Tony, but
In the
instead of a
following days,
blindfold we put
Danielle
a VR
Taylor,
headset on you?
reeling from the incident
Was
on
funny
March
when
6th,
we made you
would
ERP
revisit
with
the
Sonic.
pay at home.
The crazy
It
part
was
was that
done
it
on
wasn't
invitation,
just ERP.
a night
We
for all
actually
of
had
them
you
to
and Sonic
rewatch
in
their
the same room.
masterpiece.
Hey, isn't Sonic like 15, dude? Hey, how old is that kid?
If you scream and you fight, we put a gag in your mouth and throw you in the trunk. If you relax and accept death and what's coming to you.
After the tape ran its course, she secretly swiped it, replaced it with another, and after the
Hey, they
events
might
of
need
that
to
night
investigate
had
that
wound
guy.
down,
He over here talking
she
about little
set
kids
out to
like that,
report
man.
the
I don't
entire
know. You might
group
want to look into that
to
guy.
law enforcement. Within a week, the lives of Jonathan Cockrell, Travis Paya, Christina Lum, James Carwile, and Derek Vaxlinger, everyone involved in perpetrating this stunt, would change. They were all arrested, finding themselves awaiting trial on kidnapping and assault charges, and facing anywhere from 7 years to life in prison under Michigan law. Contrary to their claims of simply aspiring to create a horror movie, Danielle Taylor maintained that she had no idea about any of this. To her, this was all very real, and given our glance at the footage, it's easy to empathize with her. Interestingly though, support for her wouldn't be unanimous, as once testimonies came out and the footage was given a second look, cracks in the facade began to show. Danielle, at numerous points throughout the footage, does things that make no sense. She scratches her nose. She inquires on if the rope is tight enough. And just minutes after she supposedly thought she was dying,
Simple
she can be
mix-up,
seen
but you were raw
laughing
dogging an
alongside
actual
the group.
hedgehog.
I survived, and I'm freezing, and my arms hurt.
If you move anymore, I swear to God, I'm using a blade to do this. Alright?
A bizarre reaction, especially considering the circumstances. Even still, a Lapeer County prosecutor named Brian Concha spoke to the media on Danielle's behalf, maintaining his belief that she did not know that any of it was staged until the end. The prank was intended by the participants, but the last party, the victim, was not in on it. Conversely, attorneys representing the accused said the tape shows that Danielle, in fact, did know that it was a movie, citing the fact that she never begged the group not to kill her, appeared to smile after the gig was up, and had not once told them to stop. She pretends to play dead for about a minute, one said. If she truly thought she was going to be buried alive, she would have struggled. As we can see, all we have here is a he said, she said situation. No one here ever knew the answer on if she were acting in this stunt. Not the prosecutors, not their lawyers, no one but Danielle Taylor. In the midst of an intense legal battle, Christina Lum had turned on her group of friends, accepting a plea bargain on a reduced charge of attempted felonious assault.
Is this fake or not, man?
6-month sentence pending the completion of probation. Derek Faxlinger was ordered to pay a $200 fine. Jimmy Carwile received a 4-month sentence, while Peya and Cockrell got 8 months. All suspended sentences following the completion of probation. All of them inevitably served their time and got out. However, in the end, another affliction entirely would befall them. Travis Peya, the group's ringleader, passed away on Tuesday, April 18th, 2006. Derek Faxlinger passed away on Monday, February 12th, 2007. And Jonathan Cockrell lost his life on Wednesday, February 19th,
Why are they all dying?
2014. All of them were less than 35 years old.
Wait, she got him?
Almost like
How'd they
a
all
curse.
die?
3 of the 4 men involved in the real Blair Witch incident had died before their lives could even get off the ground, and any information surrounding them, barren. All that seemed to exist.
He's not saying
was
how they
hearsay,
died, though.
Notably on the website My Death Space, in which Travis Peya's cause of death was speculated to have been caused by drug use. Furthermore, mentions of Derek Faxlinger come up in reference to an MLive article, which states that he passed away from an epileptic seizure and had his organs donated to those in need. Even still, though, nothing definitive.
Wait, what
on
if
whether
those
this
dudes
came
on
from the fault
4chan
of
got
the
this
real Blair
guy?
Witch ever came up?
Wait.
Onlookers then were just as conflicted, just as confused
Hold on.
as all of us today.
What the hell? Nah, that's crazy.
For a while, it seemed like this was the end to the real Blair Witch saga. a lost media legend turned criminal battle that resulted in the loss of 3 lives. However, an entire year after the original Reddit post was made, a user named Beef Brothel emerged out of seemingly nowhere, shedding light on the deaths of their supposed friends. Derek, John, and Trav have all passed away. Derek had a seizure in the shower and sadly passed from that. His organs were donated and saved quite a few people. He was an extremely kind person and gave great hugs. Travis had a terrible tooth infection, and I'm not sure if that was the cause, but it was a contributing factor in his death.
This guy gay?
John was depressed. I can't deny that. His mother died, and they were quite close, so his partying ramped up during the period after her passing. Another friend was with him that night. They were celebrating his new apartment, and it was simply an accidental overdose. He was one of my best friends, and I'm still angry at him for being so careless, especially because things were moving in such a positive direction for him. None of their deaths were because of the pressure of the case. Jim and I still talk occasionally, but he moved to another state and lives a private life. He's a good man, and I think he was affected the most by this situation. The girl apologized to them after the fact and insisted that she never wanted any of this to happen. She was known to our graduating class as a notorious exaggerator before any of this ever happened, so there's that. Plus, she was young and was being told by a lot of authority figures that she had to go along with this prosecution. She claimed after the fact that she believed taking the video from the house would prove that it was just a joke and everyone would just get off the hook. She didn't realize that John was pausing the recording between shots. Part of me thinks she initially enjoyed the initial attention, but it spiraled way out of control. If I didn't know, these guys participated in these types of pranks on all of our friends weekly, made a dozen backyard horror films with them, spent all of my free time with them for years. I would think they were psychos too. That's just not the case. Jackass and Blair Witch were huge at this time, so it was kind of a mashup of the two genres to them. We all knew that if you went to Rancho, you could get pranked.
He beat off like 50
it's just
times
how
or some
things
shit.
were. They did almost the exact thing to another friend a week or two before, and she was the one who suggested that they film it next time. Unfortunate. This was a devastating time for our group of friends, their families, and their loved ones. Visiting them in jail
I swear we watched something that talked about that
I'll never
before.
forget how sad they all looked and how many people came to see them. Everyone knew that they did not do this maliciously, except the prosecutor, and he was a real asshole. Long story short, it was a prank, and everyone except the law knew that.
It was just a prank, man. That's all. Just a simple prank.
Say hello.
Hi.
Okay, I have a question for you. You just said hi. But if you had one thing to say, if this was your last day on Earth, what would it be?
Fuck you.
Why fuck
The real Blair Witch incident is a bizarre, unsettling chapter in the history of lost media. A story that serves as both a reflection of our deepest fears and a reminder of the human capacity for cruelty. How far would you go for a chance to escape a place in which you have no future? Was Danielle in on things, or was she truly terrified for her life that night? I've always said that lost media, by nature, carries this enduring sense of mystery, and in my opinion, this one is no different. It is, and always will be, eerie, a look into the lives of intensely conflicted individuals. But if there's one thing to take away from all of this, it's that we may likely never, ever get our hands on the full original tape in its entirety. The story of Danielle Taylor will forever live on through the lens of news reports and documentaries. And in its wake, an unsolvable question. Did she truly know? Perhaps we never will. A lost media mystery that may never find a resolution.
All right. Well. What the hell? We do one more. You want to do Finland or Solder Children. We'll do Finland. This is brand new. I don't even know what's going on over there in Finland. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we watched the Reddit one when it came out.
On the 4th of June, 1960, 4 teenagers decide to camp at Lake BOBB1.
Oh God, I have no idea where Finland is. Is it over? It's somewhere in fucking.
Fine. All of them.
I don't even know, honestly. Somewhere by fucking Ireland or some shit. Somewhere over there, man.
Grab a snack and kick back, because tonight.
You give me a map on God, I can't find it on a map.
Welcome back, my friends, to Late Nights with Nexpo.
Wait, can we do a test? Can I get a blank? Wait, can I get a blank world map? Hold on. Let me do a test, dude. Hold on. Blank world map. All right, look. Wikipedia. Okay, if I had to guess, damn, I don't even. Somewhere here in the middle. If I had to guess, somewhere here in this middle part. But on God, which one? I have no idea. I don't know, man. Somewhere in the middle. Which little fucking thing? I don't know. I don't know half of these, to be honest with you. Wait, let me get a real map. Hold on. Bro, if I had to pick one, it's small, no? Wait, let me zoom in. Oh, hold on, we can zoom in. It's small, I think. I feel like... Which one is Ireland? This is Ireland? Is this Ireland right here on the left? Or is this... Which one is Ireland? I don't even... Is it an island? I don't even know. This is Ireland, right? On the left? It's somewhere over here, bro. Let me get a real map, bro. Hold on. Let me see. Hold on. World map. Let me see. Oh, it's over here. Nah, I thought it was on the left. It's over here. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, we zoomed in? What the hell? I don't need to zoom in, man. Back the fuck up. Nah, I would have never guessed over here. I didn't know it was connected right here. Well, that's close enough, man.
You awake from a shallow
I would have
sleep.
never guessed that it was right there.
For a moment, you think it's morning already. But then you remember, it's still night. During the summer in Finland, midnight is indistinguishable from dawn. From where you lay inside your tent, the night sounds perfectly peaceful. Crickets chirp softly outside. Not far away, the lake's gentle waves lap rhythmically against the shore. It's idyllic. And yet, you can't shake the sense that something is wrong. Something imminent. Then you hear it. A crunch of foliage outside the tent. Then a quick twang. The sound of a rope snapping. Someone is cutting the cords that hold up your tent.
Wait, this ain't gonna have nothing, huh?
You try to escape. But the tent is already collapsed down around you.
This whole vid's gonna be like this. I don't like when he does these.
For help.
Slow fucking whatever this dumb shit is. Nah, see, I don't like when he do these. I need like an actual clip or something, bro. Without the clip, it's kind of lame. Nah, we're not doing that, man. Oh yeah, let me see what Inspector Ray has cooked up this week. This guy's a fucking maniac, man. First kill was nice. Oh, okay. Nice one, Mr. Ray. All right, let's see what we got. This is kill number 1. What the fuck?
His first kill, number 1.
Number 1.
First kill was 19 years old.
Thanks, man. Good thing you recorded it. That's a good idea.
First kill was nice.
Hello, Cassie. I'm getting you on tape, okay?
What is this, man?
Say hi,
You recording kids, man. Hey, get this shit off the screen, man.
This is not a fucking joke. I stabbed her in the throat and I saw her lifeless body. Dude, I just killed Cassie.
These are moments when criminals vlog their own crimes.
What is
Let's
this?
begin with two 16-year-old
Oh, he guilty as hell.
who
Look
made
at
an
him.
entire documentary about murdering their
He
fellow
did that shit.
classmates.
We're not going not to get caught, Brian. If we're going for guns, we're just going to end it. We're just going to grab the guns and get out of there, kill everybody and leave.
We're going to make history.
We're gonna make history.
For all you FBI agents watching this, you weren't quick enough.
We were quick enough and you weren't smart enough.
On September 22nd, 2006, Brian Lee Draper and Tori Michael Adamczyk, friends who had bonded over shared interest in horror movies, especially the 1996 film Scream. Brian and Tori decided to copy the movie's plot by carrying out a real-life murder spree of their own, targeting their fellow female student Danny Dixon as the first victim.
And we're going over today, Dixon's house. We're gonna go snoop around over there and try to see if she's home alone or not. And if she's home alone, splat! She did.
Don't fear.
People will die.
Unfortunately for them, Dixon wasn't home alone, forcing them to abandon her as their first target and choose a more vulnerable target, someone they had easier access to.
Dixon's house. It's clear out there in the pasture. We've already snooped around her house a couple times. She's not home, so we're gonna go to the church over there and we're gonna call a girl and a guy named Cassie and Matt. They're our friends, but we have to make sacrifices, so I feel tonight it is the night and I feel really weird, inside my stomach and stuff, and I feel like I want to kill somebody. She's our friend, but you know what? We all have to make sacrifices. Our first victim is going to be Cassie Stoddard and her friends.
Turn your brights off, asshole.
Well, yeah, we'll find out if she has friends over. She's going to be alone in a big, dark house out in the middle of nowhere. How perfect can you get? I mean, like, holy shit, dude.
I'm horny just thinking about it.
Hell yeah. So we're gonna fucking kill her and her friends, and we're gonna keep moving on. I heard some news about Kirsten. She's gonna be home from 6 to 7. So we might kill her, then drive over to Cassie's thing, and scare the shit out of them, then kill them one by
What's
fucking
being
one.
said?
Hell yeah.
Why 1 by 1? Why can't it be a
2 by 2 and 3 by 3?
The two new targets Brian and Tori set their sights on were Cassie Jo Stoddard and her boyfriend, Matt Beckham, both high school classmates and friends of the boys. That night, Cassie wasn't home alone, which made it impossible for Brian and Tori to carry out their plan. However, they soon learned that Cassie would be house-sitting for her aunt and uncle at their remote home the following day, Friday, and would be alone for the entire weekend, while the couple was away on a trip. Seeing this as the perfect opportunity, the pair resumed vlogging the next morning, even capturing footage of Cassie at school as she went about her day, unaware it would be her last.
Who's giving these two intel like this?
Hello, Cassie. I'm getting you on tape, okay? Say hi, please. Hi. Okay, see ya. Wait, have you seen Tori? He's supposed to meet me here at 7:30, and it's 8:19. He's an hour late. You don't even care, dude. Okay. See ya.
Brian and Tori managed to trick their way into getting an invitation to watch a movie with Cassie and her boyfriend Matt at the house she was watching, which conveniently aligned with their evil plan. They accepted the offer, then went to the school library where they further discussed and wrote down the details of how they intended to execute this plan.
What we're is supposed to happen tonight, so hopefully I will be alone. My dad was accident tonight. She's watching this. still watching. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Cassie's family, but GI number one. We have to stick with the plan. And she's perfect, so she's gonna die. Anyway, we're stopping Kirsten Barnes' house, probably. And then we have a new victim now. Her name is Miranda Khan. She started to sleep in. She told me to be quiet and to shut up, so now she's dead. I've always wanted to see
Alright, dude.
And this is a good way to do it.
That night, Brian and Tori arrived at Cassie's aunt's house under the pretense of watching a movie. Before settling in, Cassie and Matt showed them around, and during the tour, Brian and Tori left the basement door open so they could return later to carry out their evil plan. Then, just as the movie was about to begin, they changed their minds, claiming they'd rather see the movie at the theaters. They then left, only to return later that night to execute their evil plan.
We're here in his car. The time is 9:50, September 22nd, 2006. Unfortunately, we have the grueling task of killing our two friends, and they are right in that house just down the street.
We just talked to them. We were there for an hour. But
We checked out the whole house. We know there's lots of doors. There's lots of places to hide. I unlocked the back doors, so it's all locked. Now we just gotta wait, and yeah, we're really nervous right now, but you know, we're ready.
we're listening to the greatest rock band
We've waited for this for a long time.
Pink Floyd, before we commit the ultimate crime of murder.
We waited for this for a long time.
A long time.
They have a gun or a knife.
Brian and Tori returned to the neighborhood and parked a block away, then slipped back in through the
I think I could
unlocked
take
basement
these two
door.
if they only
After
got a
wearing
knife.
their
I'm gonna be honest
costumes,
with
they
you.
tried to bait Cassie and Matt downstairs by making loud noises, and when that failed, flipped the circuit breaker to plunge the house into darkness. Still no one came, so they flipped the power back on. Feeling uneasy, Cassie asked her boyfriend Matt to stay overnight, but when Matt's mother arrived around 10:30 p.m. to pick him up, she refused to let him stay and instead invited Cassie to come with them. Cassie declined, choosing to stay behind and fulfill her promise to care for the house and pets. Once Matt and his mother had left, Brian and Tori crept upstairs armed with 4 hunting knives they'd bought earlier and stabbed Cassie over 30 times, tragically ending her life.
Just killed Cassie.
Wait, where
We
was
just
the?
flipped her
Wait,
house.
wasn't there a
This is
boyfriend
not
or whatever?
a fucking joke. I stabbed her in the throat, and
What the hell
I
happened
saw
to
her
him?
lifeless body just disappear. Dude, I just killed Cassie. Oh, fuck. That felt like it wasn't even real. I mean, it went by so fast.
Shut the fuck up. We gotta get our act straight.
It's okay. Okay, well, let's buy movie tickets now.
Okay.
As soon as they'd killed Cassie, Brian and Tori rushed to the movie theater to buy tickets and attempt to manufacture an alibi. 2 days later, Cassie's body was discovered by her cousin after her aunt and uncle returned from their trip. A police investigation began, and after clearing initial suspects, including Cassie's boyfriend, who had a solid alibi from his mother, attention turned to Brian and Tori, who had also been at the house that night. It didn't take long for investigators to spot inconsistencies in their stories, although Brian had admitted on tape to slitting Cassie's throat.
I stabbed her in the throat.
Just moving for. I thought it was like this. I thought it was joking, you know, like yeah, it's a joke. They're trying to, you know.
Wait, that's his parents right there.
We have to kill her. I can't believe I did this. And he said we have to kill her. And so we stabbed me out of the way, and then just kept. I heard it go in. I heard the chest, like pound on the chest. It was supposed to happen. It was supposed to be a joke.
By pitting Brian and Tori against each other, detectives secured confessions, recovered the murder weapons, and even restored their destroyed tape. Both Brian Draper and Tori Adamczyk were charged with first-degree murder, found guilty, and sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. Next, we have a
They
psychopathic
still in there?
serial killer who
Or
vlogged
they
his
dead?
horrific crimes as he
was
abducted
this?
and murdered more
06?
than a dozen women.
You sorry about what?
Everything.
Jumping in the car with a motherfucker you don't know? You gonna say something to your kids?
They gotta be old by now. Or they're
This is
dead.
first kill, number one. First kill was 19 years old.
Between May and October 2001, more than 4 women were reported missing and later found strangled to death along various roadways in the Ferguson area of St. Louis, Missouri. One disturbing detail connected all the victims. They were all sex workers. As the investigation continued, police realized the number of victims were as
That is
high
not
as
the
12.
detail I
This
thought he was
prompted
gonna
a St.
say.
Louis news reporter to publish a story featuring one of the victims in the newspaper. Like many serial killers who crave public recognition, the killer, 37-year-old Maury Troy Travis, a hotel waiter and convicted felon on probation, sent a letter to the reporter taking credit for the murders. He included a map with an X marking the location of another body
Nah,
in
this
the
guy
letter.
has a
When
fucking
authorities
map,
found a
it's
body
insane.
exactly
Hello?
where he indicated, they launched a manhunt.
Nah.
They began tracing the source of the map he had used. Investigators subpoenaed the map service provider and obtained the IP address tied to Travis's computer. That led them straight to him. After his
damn, they got-
arrest,
wait, that's
his
a good way to get
fingerprints
his
matched
ass.
those found on several of the victims. His
GG's
ultimate
moron.
undoing came when police discovered vlogged videos of him committing the brutal crimes, along with evidence in his torture room basement beneath his home.
Say it clear.
You want the master. It pleases me to serve you. You are the master. It pleases me to serve you.
What the hell? Is this a porno?
You are the master.
What is this?
To serve you.
Now you sit your ass down like I said. You sorry?
Yes.
You sorry about what?
Everything.
Jumping in the car with a motherfucker you don't know?
Yes.
You sorry?
Yes.
Where's her pimp
You
at?
gonna say something to your kids?
Kids is insane.
I'm sorry.
Who raising your kids?
Me and my mom and dad.
You ain't raising shit. You on here in your back smoking crack. Because you ain't going home tomorrow. I'm gonna keep you about a week. This is first kill, number one. First kill was 19 years old. Laying out. First kill was nice.
Unfortunately, the police were only able to find one vlogged video of a single victim. While Maury Travis claimed to have heard over 17 women, the official count was 12. However, before he could stand trial for his crimes, Travis did the unthinkable and offed himself. Next up, this dangerous man forced his ex-girlfriend to go live on Facebook to apologize to his current girlfriend, only to murder her during the live stream.
I ain't have no business going off like that, but...
See right there. See right there. Everybody want to be famous. I'm going to make you famous.
Stop jumping.
Now, game over.
On April 12th, 2018, 37-year-old Jonathan Robinson laid siege to the Shreveport, Louisiana home of his ex-girlfriend, 27-year-old mother of 3, Renita Williams, after she had publicly ridiculed his long-term partner, Sherika Taylor, online, an attack that had driven Sherika into a mental breakdown. Robinson, who'd been dating both women at once and refused to let either go, arrived armed with a rifle, took Renita, her mother, and her brother hostage, and ordered Renita to go live on social media to apologize to Sherika. Renita's mother managed to escape and call police, despite Robinson firing shots at her. With the mother gone, Jonathan kept Renita and her brother captive, forcing Renita to continue live streaming apologies until Sherika was satisfied.
Hey, y'all. This Nunu. I apologize for going live on Rika. I ain't had no business doing all that. My page been blocked, so that's why I'm going live. Yes, I know I was wrong. I ain't have no business going off like that, but...
See right there. See right there. Everybody want to be famous. I'm going to make you famous.
Yes.
What?
I am sorry, y'all. This Nunu, I'm blocked off my page, so I had to go out live on Monster Phone. I ain't had no intentions of going live like that. I apologize to everybody. Yes.
What?
No, huh? Yes, that's her. Let me see the phone, son.
No.
Yes. Yes, Aunt Lola.
Man, you think I'm worried about the police right now? Huh? You think I'm worried about the police right now?
No.
I tell you, I don't give a about no police, you heard?
Mm-hmm.
Play on me. This word pull up right now. Pull up. If you want, bitch want to be famous, I'm going to make you fucking famous.
No.
Want to be famous? I'm going to make you famous.
No.
No. Everybody want to be famous, let's be famous today.
Okay.
Huh? I do.
Yes.
He's telling you I get on these bitches level.
No.
The situation then took a dangerous turn when police, alerted by Renita's mother, arrived at the scene, triggering an explosive and violent reaction from Jonathan.
No.
Go.
Stop, Jonathan! Stop, Jonathan!
Now, game over.
Jonathan opened fire on the police outside, and when Renita began to scream, shot her more than 6 times, killing her as her brother managed to escape. Jonathan then engaged in a standoff with the police that lasted for over 80 minutes before Sharika, the woman he had just murdered Renita for, convinced him to surrender.
To the detective office, the top lodge, and we'll be up there, and you want to go, and I'll meet y'all there.
And in a scene that would leave anyone shocked, officers then allowed Jonathan, who had just murdered a mother of 3, to share an intimate moment with Sharika, the woman he killed for, after she had arrived to the scene.
That's y'all's words, right, Jonathan?
Be strong. Be to see you today, okay?
Jonathan was arrested and charged with second-degree murder, being a felon in possession of a firearm, and simple criminal damage to property. He ultimately took a plea deal, life without the possibility of parole, to avoid the death penalty. Up next, this man vlogged his plans, actions, and escape as he executed his wife and daughter, and then set their house ablaze with them inside.
I just feel like I'm getting knocked back every time. Financially, my wife is just gonna suck all the money out that I have.
On April 22nd, 2012, King County Sheriff's deputies and the fire department rushed to the burning home of 41-year-old Peter Keller, his wife Lynette, also 41, and their 18-year-old daughter Kayleen in North Bend, Washington, after several neighbors reported the house was on fire. Firefighters quickly extinguished the flames before significant damage occurred, but what they found inside was shocking. The bodies of Lynette and Kayleen, both shot to death in their beds. Peter was nowhere to be found, leading authorities to initially suspect he might have been a victim or abducted. That changed when investigators discovered tapes, computer files, and drawings soaked in gasoline, suggesting an attempt to destroy evidence in the fire. The tapes revealed that Peter was not a victim at all, but the killer. He had murdered his wife and daughter, planned to burn down the house, and filmed his entire scheme. The tapes also revealed a hideout Peter had prepared in the woods, giving authorities their first clue as to where they might begin searching for him.
This is something I wanted to do probably since I was a teenager, to make a home underground somewhere.
What the hell? Hey, he could have just posted him building this little home on YouTube and made hella money. That should be getting crazy views. He might have been the first guy to do that. This is old. He would have been the first one.
Getting knocked back every time financially. My wife is just gonna suck all the money out that I have. At this point, I don't know what's gonna happen. I may get caught right away. I mean, I could basically be dead in 2 weeks or 3 weeks. I don't know. It's all up to chance at this point. So.
Wait, I want to see his little hideout.
I don't think anyone knows where I'm at. Well,
how's that shit look?
2 weeks before the end. This is going to be my last video.
Using the detailed drawings and video recordings Peter had made over several
wait,
months
look at it.
documenting the construction
Wait,
of
he
his
really
bunker,
was
police
building
were
that
eventually able
shit.
to
Did you
track him
wait?
down.
Look at that. Hold on, bro. He should have recorded this for real. Hold on.
Using the detailed drawings
Like,
and
he
video
was really
recordings
in that.
Peter had
Look, it's a whole little thing. Wait, what the hell?
made over
That's kind of nice, actually. What the hell? He did a good job.
several
This guy missed out.
months
Damn.
documenting the construction of his bunker.
He literally filmed it. He just didn't post it on YouTube. He literally did all the work, but the last step.
Police were eventually able.
He would have made some money, dude. What the hell? Okay, did we? No, we watched this one. I think, right? When they were all crying and shit. Did we watch all these? I think we watched all these. I'm gonna be honest with you. I remember this last one because they were all crying, right? Well, let me just see. I think we
weapons on you.
Oh yeah, I remember this guy. Yeah.
Get on the ground!
He wasn't lying too. That guy actually was him.
I shot him. He was coming right at me. Come on.
I remember this guy. I'll never forget that guy. All right, hold on. There's a pred. The moment a pred realized the teen was a cop.
On an early morning.
Hold on, we got a pred one. Everybody getting in on the pred one.
In March 2023, an investigator with the La Crosse Police Department conducted undercover online chats posing as a 15-year-old girl. The goal was to determine whether an adult would agree to travel to a predetermined location for illicit purposes. He soon received a message from 47-year-old James Wooden, who expressed interest, and the two communicated for just over a month. During one of the conversations, Jim stated, "I'd like to meet you sometime and get to know you cause, well, I'm not trying to get in trouble cause laws suck. But once you're 18 and legal, I couldn't get into trouble. I would definitely be interested in you. Are you in school or busy?" He eventually mentioned that he had a place where they could hang out and provided his address. He then made suggestive remarks. Subsequently, he followed by sending explicit photos of himself.
Hello?
However,
What was
it's
that
worth
message?
pointing out that James is no stranger to the
Damn, how many
legal system's
mugshots? Hey,
warm
stop
embrace.
freeing
He
this
has an
guy.
extensive
Holy
criminal
shit.
resume dating back to 1995.
Why does he
which
keep
includes
getting out?
charges such as drug offenses,
Hello?
battery, disorderly
Bro, he
conduct,
got fucking
retail
10
theft,
different
and 2
mugshots.
convictions for
Hey,
second
man,
degree
keep him in there,
assault of
man.
a child.
Damn.
Eventually, on March 13th, James agreed to meet at a fast food restaurant in La Crosse, Wisconsin. Police positioned nearby in an unmarked vehicle observed James arrive as a passenger and enter the restaurant with another individual. Just as James was about to order hot dogs and wait for the fictitious 15-year-old girl, he was greeted by police.
Wooden? Yeah. Yeah, that's fine.
James?
Yeah. Wait for him, not you.
Sure.
See him sign back?
We'll explain everything as we go, okay?
Okay.
I appreciate you being decent, alright?
Okay.
Do you have anything in your pockets that's gonna cut or poke us?
No.
Okay, you probably have an idea why we're here.
Bro, he got a fucking Ninja Turtles jersey.
Okay. We'll explain everything as we go, okay?
Okay. Yeah, no, I knew it from the get-go.
What the?
Alright, just relax your hand a little bit. No knives or anything?
No.
No pocket knives? Okay.
Well, how's it going, man? Long time no see. I'll explain what's going on here.
Okay. Came right over here. Here's something about his niece or whatever at school.
Okay.
You okay?
Yeah. No.
And you got your soda here? We'll grab that for you, okay?
Working already.
Once you, I'll
Yeah, I'm just my food now. I told him to go.
Okay.
Upon taking him into custody, they noticed he had 2 phones, one of which was open to the chat with the undercover investigator.
Appreciate you being decent with us, okay?
Like I said, like I had to do was the whole time. I don't think that was right, you know. But what'd you order?
Everything on.
Okay.
Surprise.
All right. How's that house come along?
I'm working on it.
I haven't seen you in a while, so I figure you're doing well.
Yeah,
We're just gonna put it. We just put it in airplane.
Why does he know the other guy?
Are you on paper at all?
Yes.
Okay.
They're friendly.
Who's your agent?
How do you know this guy here?
Jim. God, I've known Jim. And I didn't want to drill through a hole over the search today because of my back. So I got him on Messenger. I'm like, oh, what are you doing today? He said nothing. So I'm like, all right, well, you want to come drill a couple holes for me? And that was it.
See, I think it's bull crap. Because I even said something like it. I said, can't be nothing but friends and stuff like that. And I don't get why this is going on. That's exactly what I said.
Okay. You said nothing but friends. And is this the second?
I said it's illegal in the state.
Is that the same phone?
That's the only one that works. That one's the Wi-Fi one for the music.
That one's Wi-Fi? This one doesn't have a passcode?
What kind of holes? I mean,
core holes for piping.
Okay.
From one floor to the next.
Oh,
okay. I'm doing a wash basin sink over on.
We'll get you out of here shortly, okay?
Well, yeah, you're going to put me in jail for some
No, we'll talk to you. We'll talk to you.
I hope so, because like that, I don't think it's quite right to...
So like digging a hole in the ground?
No, no. From second floor to first floor.
Oh.
Concrete.
Oh, those holes. Okay. I got you. So what brought you guys here?
He said he was going to come over here and meet his niece here from school.
Okay.
And I'm like, oh, well, why? You don't see her very often.
Okay. Perfect. We'll grab a soda and then we'll walk out here, okay?
Did he call you to ask you that, or did he?
No, he was with me, and then he said he wanted to come and eat here.
Okay.
So what is he?
Well, I'll explain that
Well,
in a second.
he set his friend up or whoever this
I was
is.
going to grab my food, and I was going back to the job. Because I got to get out.
Was he going to stay here?
He said he was going to take the bus.
Oh, so he wasn't going to leave me with you?
No.
Okay.
Appreciate your cooperation.
Well, I'm not
I guess, like he said, we'll explain everything that's going on. You obviously already know kind of what this is about.
Yeah.
Where is he?
We're going to stay inside there.
Yeah, we'll stay. We could stay in here.
We're going to go back in there for now.
Oh.
We'll just right here is good. And I'm just gonna let them know if they're okay. All right.
So he thought.
Kidding me?
Nope. You don't get arrested for meeting your niece. You know that. Okay. So.
Yeah, I thought he had something to do with his girlfriend that he had who was young, and I didn't.
Who's that?
So you can just be frank, you know, like how much trouble I had for, like I did state that, you know, it was illegal and stuff like that. You know.
I don't know all the specifics of it. One of the other investigators is lead on the investigation, so we're here to support.
Is it kind of like in traffic, though, like to pull that kind of stuff, like fake to be somebody and then, you know, talking to somebody about things and, you know, when someone's having a downtime and time in their life and depression, they fucking, you know.
I think everything's factored in, right? Like, we understand people are human and things happen and people sometimes make choices that they normally wouldn't make, depending on their circumstances. So definitely, you know, everything's factored in. What we do is just gather as much information, piece it together, and then we kind of go from there, okay?
All right, man. I don't think we need you for anything. I just want to, like, kind of, obviously you want to, know what I want to talk to you real quick.
It was a second time.
Hey, dude, is your fucking car getting broken into, man? Why does that shit keep going off?
Make some not choices they normally would.
Well, it's not even a choice, you know, it was just, like I said I could be friends, you know, and this and stuff like that. You know, and suddenly my girlfriend kicked me out and, you know, I'm fighting to get my children back and it was downtime and she started talking, you know, thought it was a girl, of course. It just, you know, I lost sight of what the thing was because, you know, you're supposed to be at a certain age on those kind of sites and stuff like that. So, you know, I wasn't even thinking about the age thing or anything like that, so.
Sure. Did you talk to him about why he was with
Yes. So is running a handyman service, needed some help doing some work today, drilling some holes from one floor to another.
Yep.
And while they're there, he goes, hey, can you give me a ride to Coney Island? I'm going to meet my niece. He's like, all right, I'll just grab a dog. And he goes, I was leaving and he was going to take the bus wherever he was going.
Exactly. Just if you don't mind writing that.
I won't. I will let you go.
Yep. Long time.
Yep. How you doing?
I'm really glad you're doing well. It's good to see you, okay?
Good. Yep.
All right, take care.
Yep.
I can tell you just your cooperation.
No, I'm not going to fight anything because
no.
You know, granted, maybe I said some things I shouldn't have said, you know, and maybe sent the picture I shouldn't have sent, but it wasn't, just, it's been pretty enough time for me.
Sure. Yeah, he's doing a handyman service. He's did 3 in, he's 2.5 out. He's doing well, so happy for him.
Yeah. This is not my character by any means.
No. And one act, as you know, one act or one situation doesn't define who you are, right? No.
But it doesn't look good either, you know.
No. We just kind of, we build on and go from here, okay? Who gave you a ride today?
Right. Help him do some work, and I said, yeah. So that's why I said, you know, I'd come here and meet her, we'd eat lunch, and then at the end I go back to work with him, but.
All good, so?
Yeah, we're good, thank you. I'm just going to touch base and let them know. I'll be just 1 second.
Good people make bad choices from time to time. Nobody's perfect.
Well, it's like I didn't even make a bad choice because nothing's happened.
Yeah.
Like, you know, and I had a feeling that...
Sorry to do this in your place of business. It just kind of worked out that finding him and locating him here was... So we apologize. We don't want to disrupt your business.
Yeah, no worries.
But we're just waiting for a squad to transport him, and then we'll be out of here.
Okay,
so,
perfect. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
And like you said, I don't know all the specifics of it. The lead investigator, he'll talk to you later once we get your ride. Like I said, the ride that was moving over with those guys. Yeah, I did defer.
I was just gonna go talk to them. I didn't know if you had already.
I just did.
Okay, cool.
Do you need a drink? Do you want a drink?
Sure,
I don't know what's in here.
That was so good. This is not what I need in my life right now.
Good. I know you won't. I appreciate you being decent.
I don't want to go to jail.
Sure. I'm not sure with.
I know it's going to happen.
But I'm not going to go smoke either, right?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So what kind of work you guys doing?
It's putting in a sink and but he just has me today to come help him. I said, okay.
So James has been decent with us. Oh, good. Go back here. He doesn't.
If it ain't beating him,
Yes, sir.
He was
It's just not
subsequently
as good.
transported to the police department to be interviewed.
All right, sir. Go ahead and step out for me, please. Want something to drink? Sure. All right. Get those cuffs off for you. And then, James, just have a seat in the chair there. There's your pot.
Appreciate you cooperating with me, or at least not being a jerk, right?
I'm not going to make you guys' job harder.
Yeah.
You know, it's no sense. I know people do, but I'm not that kind of guy. Regardless of whatever, I'm not a bad person.
Well, James, I got to do some stuff here. I know you said that you wanted to talk to me, but now it's a little more formalized, okay? You know, you're in custody. Some Miranda rights. Before I ask you any questions, you must understand your rights. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say will be used against you in court. You have the right to talk to a lawyer before questioning and have a lawyer with you during questioning. If you cannot afford a lawyer and want one, a lawyer will be appointed for you without charge prior to any questioning. If you decide to start answering questions at this time, you can't stop any time during.
Questions you got, I'll answer. Whatever you need from me.
James, tell me why you think you're here.
Because I was talking to her. She's under the age of 18.
Okay.
And, you know, started out just every once in a while talking to her, and I had initially said, you know, that she was too young and stuff like that, and that it's against the law. And there was times saying that, you know, age is just nothing but a number, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And didn't go anywhere from there, you know, and then as of recent, some talks got a little bit more, you know, about things, because, like, I'm not going to lie, at some times I just I had a relationship that, you know, battling some kids, been homeless, and just in this tough spot, and that's why I had said things, you know, like, I said a couple pictures because I just was lonely and fucking...
You're lonely?
I am, but I'm not. I mean, yeah, it's just nice to have somebody to talk to. It shows I care. We're supposed to be in a shitty relationship the last 4 years with a woman that...
How old are your kids?
My youngest is, mom's...
Okay, you said that you were talking to somebody on they were under the age of 18. How old were they?
Well, she didn't tell me that right away, but, you know, why would you message me? I'm too old, it's illegal, and stuff like that. And, you know, all the conversations are on the phone.
I saw that on that.
You know, I'm not gonna lie, yes, there was times where in the last month that I said something.
What was the plan today?
The plan was just to go to Coney Island and meet, and technically saying to go to my house, but that wasn't gonna happen because that's why I said, me and my friend, he's gonna stay there. I had her thinking that we were gonna go to my place. That wasn't the case. And that's why I said the very last thing I said, we're gonna eat there because I was gonna go back with him because I don't have that intention of, I knew it was wrong and.
You knew it was wrong. What was wrong?
Talking.
Was there talk about?
There was.
Do you remember what that was?
Just talking about coming to my place and, you know, doing some things. and she was gonna supposedly meet before that at some Mexican restaurant down there by where I live, but that didn't happen because I.
What things?
Just like having sex, you know, like oral sex. It was just, yeah.
You know how long you were talking to her?
Oh, how long in total? Like,
sure.
Oh God, no. Because really, there's been like long distance, like distance or time in between we've had messages because I wasn't.
You use anything today?
No.
You wouldn't piss test or positive for anything?
Oh, I'd be dirty, but not. I haven't used today.
No. What would you be dirty for?
Meth.
Meth. When's the last time you used?
2 days ago.
2 days ago. I mean, I can just see you're.
Oh,
seem like you're a little.
I'm always at hard drug court, as my OPO, as county workers. I don't ever sit still.
No, that's why
I don't know what to do.
Was this? Has there been other times that something like this has happened?
No, not that I'm aware of. I haven't talked to nobody else underage like with this kind of situation.
Do you have any bad stuff on your phone?
Like, what do you mean bad stuff? Like,
Do you look at?
I do look at times.
What do you look at?
Just like like that. And
Any bad images, like images under the age?
not that I know. I don't know I'm getting any of those. No, and I got stuff that's on my phone. You can check all that. There's nothing that should have.
No
anything.
child,
No, God, no.
kid stuff, no child's. You know,
No.
I mean, I'm not talking like babies and shit.
No, because even if they look too young, like I won't even bother to go on that kind of stuff. I'm more like the big out there, like milks and stuff like that. But I don't got nothing. Like everything's on my phone. It's all adults.
What phone do you use both of those phones?
Not to download stuff. No, the one phone has got music and videos on it. The other one is my actual phone for like work and stuff like that. I don't download on that one or nothing. Which I'll give you permission to look, because I swear to God, there's no children is not
this
my thing.
fucking crackhead can barely speak, man.
I was also like,
Fuck this. It's just not the same when they don't get beat up, man.
As a result, James was charged with felony, using a computer to facilitate a child crime, attempted second-degree assault of a child, and bail jumping. All are repeat offenses. After more than a year and a half of court proceedings, James entered a no-contest plea and was found guilty of attempted second-degree assault of a child. The remaining were dismissed, but read in.
We did watch
Ultimately,
that.
he was sentenced to 3 years of probation.
3 years
with the
of
following
probation.
conditions.
That's
Lifetime
it.
Offender registration, completion of any
That's it.
evaluations
This guy's
required
been
by the
arrested
probation
fucking
officer,
30 times,
and
by the way.
adherence to all recommended treatments.
That's it.
And pay Department of Correction fees. If James violates any of these conditions during the 3-year period, he will be required to serve 3 years in prison, followed by 3 years of extended supervision. Probation? Come on. Hey.
Look, even Code Blue's saying what the hell.
Visit Code.
Dude, he's never said that. He even had to make a comment on it. He's never done that. Even he said something. What the hell? That is fucking absurd, bro. Even this guy had to fucking say something, bro. We did the Skeet, didn't we? Oh, there was 2 Skeet. Hold on, there was another one. We did one of them. We didn't do this grandpa one, right? We did the library one. There's a fucking grandpa. We could do this one. But...
Meet 70-year-old.
This guy's 70. Does he even know how to use a phone?
Rodney. He may seem like your typical friendly senior citizen on the outside, but on the inside, he has a deep desire for cupcakes. And according to him, he has a slave named Larry.
Who the hell is that?
And let's just say that things got a little weird.
That's his
when he got
slave?
himself involved in
Hello?
Rodney's affairs.
Man,
Upon
what's
us catching
going on?
Rodney in the act, he called up Larry the slave to cover up for him.
Who's Larry the
a
slave,
white
man?
male slave who was, I believe, around the age of 36 years old, I think is what he said.
I'm his caretaker. I take care of him.
You take care of him. Okay. Okay.
He's retarded.
Rodney
Wait, he made a
really has way
retarded
with
guy
words.
his slave.
And you gotta love that authentic rock bottom accent.
I'll chat with you as a friend. Try to keep you out of trouble.
Oh, he's also retarded. Wait, one retard enslaved the other retard.
Well, you know what they say. It's
What?
all fun and games until your walker gets tossed in the back of a police car and you go away in handcuffs. We've got a ton of Predator pasta to dish out here today, So sit back, relax, and enjoy this episode of To Skeet a Predator. Well, boys, it's your boy Skeet Hansen here, back at it again. This time we are in Battle Creek, Michigan, right outside of a Burger King. We're waiting for our potential predator to show up. His name is Rodney. He's 70 years old. He lives in a senior apartment nearby, and he's going to be walking here pretty soon. This is what he looks like. Jesus Christ. He kind of looks like almost like a Draugr from Skyrim. He says he's a dom looking for friends and fun. They start texting, and Mikey is and he talks about a few inappropriate things, that he wants to make out with him and use toys, and he wants to use vibrators and plugs, and he also wants him to suck his is what it says. He talks about things that you put up your butt, toys and all. He said that when he was I believe it was a slave to some degree, and ironically enough, when he was talking on the phone with the decoy, he mentioned that he has a slave. A white slave, so he says. During Black History Month, of all times, he talks about this. It's just pretty diabolical stuff to be saying to someone that you think is, you know, and now he's gonna be coming to this Burger King any minute now to meet this boy, so we're gonna try to have him go in there and order a big kids meal. And hopefully we can get him to sit in the back, and he'll be waiting in there for us to confront him. So right now he's supposed to be walking here from his apartment complex. He lives over that way somewhere. We should be seeing him straddle right down this sidewalk right here in about 10 minutes or so here. And then he goes on to say, I would rather it be me than someone else, because you could end up getting hurt, or even worse, you could end up 6 feet under, entering the slave life in the wrong hands. I almost got killed 3 times. He says. So I guess it seems that, you know, better Rodney this boy than someone else, because someone else could really hurt him, is seems like what he's getting at there. I guess it's okay if he does it. Apparently Rodney is a former police officer. Who knows if it's true? That's what he says here, though.
Wait, hold on, bro.
He says, the decoy
This shit's
says,
a fucking hour?
how is anyone going to know unless you tell people? Rodney
We
says,
ain't doing an
wouldn't,
hour,
but
bro.
As a
Hold
former
on.
police officer,
Let's
I
get
know
to
the
the
police
interaction,
does
bro.
these. I'm good.
We ain't doing a fucking hour, bro.
All right.
God damn.
Yeah, he's sitting there waiting for the boy to show up. All right, we're going in now, bro.
Right on.
How's it going, Rodney?
How are you?
I'm good. Do you like watching videos like this? At one point you said, how would like this? And you can gain access to early today. Oh, you tell me. You tell me what's up. Nothing much? Just sitting here? Just ordered a coffee and just from Burger King and you're just sitting here? Are you, did you come here to meet anyone? No? You sure about that, Rodney? Okay, well let me just ask you here.
Bro,
would this be your picture?
Burger
That's
King
your
coffee.
Picture? Okay.
That's gotta be atrocious,
How do you suspect
man.
I would have gotten this picture? How do you suspect I would have gotten this picture, Rodney? You don't know? Okay. Because what I have here is, it looks like some messages to Mikey. Were you talking to a Mikey? You were? You don't think so? Looks like he told you he was and there were plans for you to meet him here at this Burger King. No? This wasn't you having this chat log? This wasn't you having this chat here? Really? A friend of yours? Hold on, I'm having a hard time hearing you, Rodney. Do you mind if I just want to be able to hear you better. So, you're meeting it's a friend of yours?
No, Larry.
What's your friend's name?
Larry.
Larry? Larry what?
Cogney.
Larry Cogney. Okay.
Bro, the slave don't show
but
up
this
till
would be your picture here.
50 minutes.
Okay. And
I'm gonna let him talk a little bit, but I'm not about to sit here and listen to this old
familiar to
fucking
you at all?
retard talk for 40 minutes, bro.
Have you talked to him?
Huh?
Have you talked to this boy?
I been talking to him about music.
About music?
Oh, you play the piano?
I play the organ.
Can I sing a song to you?
What?
Can I sing another song? You want to hear another song?
Man, what the fuck is this?
Wake up! Grab a bunch and put it in the makeup! I just got enough freedom with this. Why'd you leave the key by the table? You ready to go crazy in the table?
What the
You wanted
fuck,
to.
bro?
Grab a bunch and put it in the makeup! You wanted to! You wanted to! Do you like it?
Do you recall anything else that you talked to him about?
No.
What about sex?
No.
You didn't talk to him about sex? No. Rodney, you realize I have the chat log here.
Huh?
You realize I have the chat log here now.
What?
You realize I have the whole conversation here, right?
I wasn't talking about sex.
Okay. But what about when you hear you say making out in toys and you ask if he sucks? Then you talk about butt plugs and vibrators.
He was asking me what they were.
He was asking you what they were? Okay. That's what it was. Okay, gotcha. And when you were talking about what you're gonna do with him, you say kissing and hugging, anything that you want to do. So, why'd you? I just want to know, why'd you say that?
Huh?
Why did you say that to him?
I was
I might put this guy on 1.25, bro. Hey, spit it out, man. Let's speed it
So
up
you're
a
saying
little
there's
bit,
other
man.
people online that can get him in trouble? Okay.
I know because I'm married and I'm a grandfather.
You're married and you're a grandfather?
Yeah.
So you have a wife at home?
Hey, dude, it's fucking 59 minutes, man. If you want to listen to the whole fucking 59 minutes, you're welcome to do so on your own time. Because I got way better things to do than that.
He said he was on Grindr chatting with all kinds of people, and I told him, you know, you're not old enough, and if you meet the wrong person, you could be hurt or something.
You could be hurt if you met the wrong person. So would you be the right person for him to meet?
I'm just talking to him.
Yeah, I understand you're just talking to him, but you are here now, so you took it looks like you took it a step beyond talking, you know?
No.
Well, Randy, you're here. Right?
I'm off. I got work in the morning.
How'd you know you
Gotta
were
be
here?
up at 11:45.
I got plans.
Long day tomorrow, hard work.
Right. Oh, you mean later? What are your plans tonight?
Want to drink coffee, wait for Larry, and then...
Wait for Larry, drink coffee?
And then...
Okay. When's...
Going out to the bar.
You're going to the bar after this? So you do your pregame at Burger King, then you go to the bar?
I'm just sitting here waiting because
okay.
He's out at 6:30 right now.
Okay.
I think matches start at what? 12:30? 12:30, right? Yeah. They start at 12:30, so.
8 o'clock, 8:30.
Oh, 8 o'clock? Let's see, what time is it now? Oh, it's 8:51, Rodney. Larry's running a little late. Did you know that was 8:51?
No.
Yeah, it's like
pretty
for
late.
LAN, yeah. For online, they
Looks like,
started too.
From what I have here, it looks like.
All right, man.
Mikey was
Let me
supposed
get to
be
this
meeting you.
the phone call right here. Is he
No?
about to call his slave up?
No. Huh.
No, I don't
Well,
think
that's a
he.
weird
What does he
mix-up.
call
So
the
let me get this
slave?
straight. So you were talking to Mikey online,
me
but
see.
you're saying you weren't supposed to be meeting him here
Oh,
tonight.
right here, maybe.
Okay.
Is he calling him? I think right here he calls his slave up.
You just want to meet Larry.
Hold on, man. Let me hear this slave
Larry's
talk.
texting you right now, and it looks like Mikey right below wanted to
Better call him
visit
up.
you and gave him your address.
He wouldn't. I know. He ain't going to get out and come over here.
So you knew that he wouldn't have been able to get over here, even though he said he could get a ride from his cousin. How do you know that was a lie?
Because if he's his cousin ain't much short.
Well, his cousin could be an adult.
His cousin.
I have older cousins.
His cousin wouldn't bring him over.
Well, how do you know that, though, Larry?
Because
I'm sorry, Rodney, your friend's name's Larry. How do you know that? Okay. You say you're a dom and that you're 70 years old.
yes, I'm sure.
Okay. And And this boy, you were talking to this boy, right? Okay.
As a friend, Brian.
As a friend. Just
Yeah.
trying to teach him.
Yes.
I hear you. Okay.
But I told them I had to meet Larry.
So you meet Larry, your friend Larry. Okay. It's just weird that Larry is still not here, and he was supposed to be here at around 8. Yeah. You got to call Larry?
Yes.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah, go ahead and call Larry. That's fine. Yeah, by all means, give Larry a call. Hey, Ronnie, can I say hi to Larry?
Yeah, it's his
Can I ask him
birthday
something?
tomorrow. Well, today, I guess. Technically.
I don't think Larry knows.
I'm not. No,
what he's talking
I'm
about.
pretty sure I already have flight cement for us. Didn't they make them
Remember
like a couple years
I
ago?
was wanting to meet you at Burger King. I've been sitting here waiting.
It's weird. Larry doesn't seem to know what he's talking about. Huh. Well, I thought they were supposed to meet here to pregame, and then they were going to go out to the bars. Isn't that? Huh. That's weird that Larry doesn't know anything about that.
Yeah, I feel like shit easy to get now, huh? Well, they're remaking the They're bringing the Black Hats out again, right?
Oh, to watch the game.
I think.
You never saw that?
I forgot. It is Super Bowl Sunday. It sounds like Larry doesn't know anything about what you're talking about, Rodney.
Yeah.
My apologies, I didn't get that text message.
What phone are you using? You've got 2 phones.
No, I have one.
Must have texted the other phone.
Oh. I've been sitting here waiting for you, and somebody's here that wants.
Why is he spitting?
To talk to
What is
you.
that noise?
Supposedly they think that I'm.
What is he doing?
Meet I told them I was.
Why is he spitting? What is he doing?
It seems like from the chat log, Rodney. Well, I'm just saying that's what it seems like from the chat log, Larry.
Why is he
have a
keep
whole chat log
spitting
of,
on
looks like Rodney talking to you.
Hey, dude, quit
online
spitting.
for months on end.
What the fuck is he doing?
From our records, it looks like he's here to meet that boy for inappropriate
Yo, what the
activity.
hell?
Rodney's saying that he's supposed to be meeting you here at Burger King. Now, Larry, were you planning to meet Rodney at Burger King tonight?
Yes, sir.
What's that?
Yes, sir.
You were supposed to meet him?
Yes, I just was notified properly about it.
Oh, because a little bit ago you just said you didn't have any knowledge. You said you didn't get that memo, so I'm just trying to...
Wait, he wasn't doing this the whole time. He just started doing that.
Sometimes my text messages don't work too well.
Oh, they don't work too... Okay. Okay, gotcha. Okay.
And who is this I'm speaking to?
I'm Skeet Hansel with the Predatory Investigation Unit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And you would be Larry Cudney.
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. Yeah, so we were basically just having a conversation with Rodney here because from our records he was I hear you. He was supposed to be meeting a here tonight, but it's just
Hey, dude, quit spitting on him, man. Hey, you gotta back up,
So we
Skeet.
just wanted to make sure we have everything straight, and it sounds like maybe it's a mix-up. Is that what you're saying? It's a big mix-up.
Yeah, that's what I kept telling you.
Okay.
But you wouldn't believe me.
Oh no, well I'm just trying to get it straight.
I'm 36 years old, sir.
You're what, sir?
I'm 36 years old. I just had a birthday not too long ago.
Oh no, this isn't about you.
See?
This is about that looks like a boy that Rodney was talking to online. What time were you supposed to be here?
I didn't get announced until you called me about it.
Oh, you forgot. Oh, so are you coming up here now?
Yeah, I'm getting ready to.
Okay. Oh, so I guess we'll see you in a minute then.
See, I told you.
You tried to tell me. I'm sorry I doubted you, Rodney. But we do still have to, get through this a little bit, make sure this is straight.
So I'll talk to you in a little while.
Okay.
All right, bye.
All right, we'll see you soon, Larry. You can say, with your age, if you read my profile, you'll be able to see what I'm looking for. And you say you're looking for a dom.
Huh?
I'm sorry, you say that you are a dom. And you're looking for a sub, right? A submissive boy.
Okay, dude.
That's just a...
All right, man.
What's on it? That I'm looking at. I'm on there just chatting with friends.
So that's all just chatting?
Yes.
You're not serious about any of it? Okay. Oh, you weren't here when he sent that message.
Huh?
You weren't here when he sent that message, Rodney. You weren't here yet.
I wasn't there. I pulled in the parking lot to meet Larry.
Even though Larry's not here.
He's coming.
Now he's coming that you called him.
He was supposed to have been here.
Okay. Well, Rodney, what you just showed me shows that Mikey was going to be here at Burger King. This is coming down to a legal matter, and I don't want to have to
get the authorities involved for an innocent guy because.
I told you.
Oh, no, I don't think you did anything. I don't think you're in the wrong or anything.
But yeah, you're still sitting here questioning to me.
Well, here's the thing, Rodney. You were concerned about it being a sting when you pulled in.
When you get this message, well, you like that illegal problem.
Dude, what the fuck?
I'm going to pursue
Hey, stop it, man. What the hell? Quit doing that, man.
See right there, the lawyers.
Oh, lawyer. Oh, you have one too.
Yep.
Okay. So what would the lawsuit be?
Harassment, right here.
How is it harassment, Rodney?
I've told you, and yet you still think you're doing the same thing.
Well, I just want to ask you a few questions, is all.
You've asked me a dozen questions already.
Okay. I just wanted to clear things up. It's just so ironic to me that Mikey said he was going to be here, and you're here, yet you weren't here to meet Mikey.
No.
I mean, I take your word for it, but I'm trying to take your word for it, but it's just, things aren't adding up, is the thing. The story isn't making a lot of sense. Because from what I have here on my end, it looks like you're here to meet.
No.
But you're not. You're here to meet Larry.
Yeah.
Like, just warning him about how dangerous butt plugs are and all that.
Here's the cops show up, and Larry shows up now.
The butt plugs can be sharp, so it's a good thing that you're teaching the Mikey about them.
I don't use them, but I know they're out there.
Yeah, they're out there. All kinds of stuff's out there. And I assume that's probably why you talked to him about possibly being a slave, because that happened to you. You said when you were young, right? Mm-hmm. So you were just trying to warn him about all these things. Gotcha. Wow. Well, sorry for the misunderstanding at first, Rodney. I'm glad we talked through it, and now we know that you're a good guy.
Because I was abused and stuff when I was I'm trying to keep him from.
Right. You did mention that.
Stupid and getting himself into a mess.
It's good that you're here on Grindr to warn about the dangers of what can happen. Yeah, what would we do without heroes like you? You should be like you should be in the local newspaper for your heroic actions.
That's what I do. I try to keep the kids out of trouble.
That's all you can do, Oh, looks like they're here. Okay, yeah, we did already have him on the way, and we're just going to tell him that you're the police. We're just going to tell him that you're a good guy, and you were just trying to, make sure that Mikey wasn't doing anything he wasn't supposed to. So, just stick to the script, and we should be good.
Because I know how it is.
Yeah, for sure. Because we'll just tell him that.
Right.
Yeah, all right, here they come now. We're just going to tell him you're a good guy, and that you weren't going to do anything. Hi. How you doing, officer? Hi. I'm Skeet Hansen. This is Rodney. Hi. He lives just around the corner. It looks like he is here to meet on connotations of intercourse. He talked about a few different things within this chat log, and he is here in this Burger King right now to meet that boy for said such activities. Okay. That's pretty much what we have going on here. We just figured we'd let you guys know kind of what's going down in your town, being that we think it is a public safety concern. So.
Do you have a driver's license on you?
Yeah, I'm just here to meet Larry.
You're here to meet Larry?
Yeah, he was saying he's here to meet another friend named Larry, but he called him and he didn't know anything about it. And we have all the chat logs that show he's here to meet.
I talked to my sergeant, and what is going to have to happen is that the documentation that he has, messaging.
Yeah, we have all that. Yeah, I mean it's not in order, but I pretty much just printed off the the essential stuff right there.
How do you know it's? Other than obviously him showing up, how do you know it's actually physically him that's messaging your friend?
The phone number that he was texting from here. If you look here, it's also tied to his legal name. There's all his information right there.
29 dispatch, can you run on Rodney? Email 5554.
How you doing, Larry? Good.
Wait, here's Larry.
Yeah, I'll tell you what's going on. So basically, so Rodney here had been talking online to a boy that he thought was on the app Grindr. There were a few sexually charged messages exchanged, mostly pretty much all coming from Rodney. And today, long story short, he is here at this Burger King tonight to meet that said boy. It looks like for these purposes. So that's what we have on our end.
That's understandable. Taking proper precautions and everything, proper procedures for everything.
That's what we're doing, and that's why we're bringing the authorities involved and all that. And
that's not a problem, too.
Yeah. And
I told him what I do. If it's underage, I block.
Yeah, that would be the smart thing to do. But now, you know,
if I can't get an ID off the person as of age, just permanent block.
Right. It's you know, we wish Rodney would have consulted with you before he had the conversation.
He should have did that.
Yeah, you seem like the smart friend. You know.
And I learned from my mistakes.
Oh, I hear you.
Because recently he does text me.
Yeah.
Out of the blue, like, hey, let's go out and have coffee.
Okay.
I'm usually not very far, but I didn't get any texts about a Burger King. But
right, today you
did. But my phone does have problems not receiving a text message.
Okay, so it's a possibility that Rodney thought he was meeting you here tonight?
Yeah, he had plans to meet me here tonight.
He did,
yes, he did.
But what I kept telling him is he also had
come through my phone until after the fact he was already here.
I hear you. But from our records, it looked at the boy. His name is Mike. He was supposed to be here tonight.
No.
And now Rodney's here. So if you add 1 and 1, it's 2. You know, that's kind of our concern. Yeah.
1 plus 1 is 2.
1 plus 1 is 2. So you know. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, usually he meets me here.
He meets you here usually?
A lot.
Okay,
man, what the fuck is going on here?
Rodney, where are you guys friends from?
I was Lawrence's caregiver before I became his.
How is this retarded guy a caregiver?
He was caretaker.
Yes,
okay. Because Rodney did mention something about a slave. He said he was in contact with. You referenced someone as a slave. You referenced someone as a slave, Rodney. Who was that?
I did not know.
He said that he had a white male slave who was, I believe, around the age of 36 years old. I think is what he said.
I'm his caretaker. I take care of him.
You take care of him.
Yeah, that's probably what he's probably referring to.
So slave and caretaker are the...
Man, what's going on?
The same. Slave is different from caretaker.
How is this? First of all, how is this guy a caretaker? There's no way. He can't even take care of himself.
On one side of me, and he's sitting in one of his chairs.
Okay, and you guys all...
This is absurd.
That's really your...
Oh, I enjoy it.
That's great.
Enjoying helping...
This got to be a cover-up. I think it's a cover-up. He just says caretaker.
It seems like it really fulfills you.
It does.
I'm telling you.
An older folk with a smile on their face.
This don't make no sense, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
It puts a happy face on me, too.
For sure. Yeah, and I think, you know, Ronnie really needs a friend like you. You know, you seem like, you know, right from wrong.
I'm one of his BFFs.
That's great. That's great.
There's something weird going on here, bro.
What's going on?
Yeah, making out was talked about, vibrators, butt plugs, that sort of thing. So yeah, I was just wondering why.
I'm not a part of that world.
I hear you. Yeah, I wouldn't want to be either. I was just wondering why does a need to even know about those things? You know?
Right. They're still learning.
They're still learning. Yeah, their prefrontal cortex.
They should be on that site anyway.
They really shouldn't be, but somehow they get on there.
And
you know, it happens.
The profile strictly should be allowing the young people anyway.
You would think.
Blocking them out.
You would think.
Yeah.
But it's not always like that.
I haven't been on the website he's been using. I've been off it for years.
There's nothing good on there. You know. Sure.
This is absurd.
Sorry, what was that? We do it on Super Bowl Sunday, yeah. You know, we never stop.
Wait, this is from the Super. This is from what? 3 months ago, dude.
The investigation.
How is this guy the dom with the fucking gay slave, but he needs a walker? This whole situation doesn't make no fucking sense, man.
Oh, the wife is here.
Wait a minute.
Is he okay, detective?
I think he's okay. They're just taking him down to the station to talk.
Wait, did they say his wife is married? I thought he's gay.
Well, he was here to meet a for inappropriate reasons. So.
Well, whose wife? Wait, I'm so confused, bro.
Yeah,
this guy's not gay. This guy's apparently got a wife
Rodney,
with a gay slave on the side.
What's your relation?
Very good friends.
Very good friends. Okay.
Oh, she
okay,
said
curious.
friends. It's not a wife. Oh wait, he does have a wife. Wait, which is his wife? Wait, who? Wait, now I'm more confused.
Ma'am, do you know Rodney to do a thing like this?
Never.
Never? Huh. I mean, you got to be flabbergasted.
Oh, I know.
We are too.
Well, there was a different old lady? Oh, I'm gonna go back.
Safe drive back.
Wait, so this guy's he's like secretly gay?
Gotta go back and catch up on the Super Bowl now. See what happened. Who won? Philadelphia won. Those damn Eagles. Those damn EDP supporting Eagles. Hate to see it. All right, well, that was some shit. You know, that was Rodney from 5 minutes away.
Hold on.
Strolled in on a walker. I've never...
Where is his wife? Wait, we're supposed to... Let me see. Now I'm more confused about this whole situation.
Oh, the wife is here.
Oh, right there. I see her. Right here. This is his wife. Wait, so he's married, but he has a gay slave who's pretending to be his caretaker, but he's actually his slave. And on the side, he messages little kids on Grindr. Anyways, I don't know what I just said was insane. I'm off on that note because what I just said was insane, but that's actually what's going on. So, yeah. COD tomorrow, 12:30, YouTube. I'm out. And Trevor's birthday party after, I guess, on VR. I don't know. We'll see. I'm out. Y'all have a good night.